The following is a presentation of WCMP Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receiver split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
And welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to tonight's broadcast of high school volleyball here on WCMP. I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's matchup featuring the home-standing Pine City Dragons and the visiting Proctor Rails. This game being played inside Pine City High School, and thankfully, they already had to cancel the JV game because of not only the heat, but also the weather we're supposed to be getting. It's supposed to be, we're in a severe thunderstorm watch right now, so we're bound for some thunderstorms at the very least, which, hey, we'll take any rain that we can get because, well, simply put, we need the rain. And, but when I think of that, I can't think of a better way to spend your night than listening to high school volleyball here on WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350 with me, Ethan Game Day Gilman. This is not my first volleyball game of the season. It is only the second. I'm not really counting. It's just I'm letting you know in case it sounds a little rusty. Well, it's because it is. And again, only the second volleyball game call of the season for me. So if it sounds a little rusty, well, it's true. It really is because, again, I'm still getting back into season mode, full season mode. I still can't believe this is the first week of school that student athletes get back to school. It's just crazy to me. It did feel like for the last couple of years, it felt like summer just blew by. But this year it actually felt kind of decent. Not that you guys care about any of my personal things, but anyways, this game here inside Pine City High School, the Dragons and the Rails going to go at it here this evening. And we'll take a look at both of these teams and how they fared last year, these two teams in Section 7AA, but 7AA is split up into two sections. It's 7AA SS1, where Pine City is, and then it's SS2, where Proctor is. Proctor is more of the Duluth and North, and then the section Pine City is in the SS1, is kind of like Rush City, Pine City, Esco, Hinckley, Finlayson, Moose Lake, Barnum, Duluth, Marshall, and Mora. So that's kind of how it works out. I don't know how they split it up. I don't know how they decide. I sit here and I just tell you what I see on the board. But right now, Proctor on the season is 4-3. They're 1-0 in the section and in the conference. They started it out with a win over Hibbing, 3-0. But then they went into a tournament up in Floodwood where they won 3 games and lost 3 games. They beat Floodwood, Duluth-Denfeld, and Duluth-Denfeld again, but then lost to Southridge, Mabel-Canton, and Mabel-Canton yet again. So not a lot to look at both of these teams-wise as to see how the teams look, how they're going to fare here in this game. Again, only a couple of actual games. Other than that, it has been tournaments and scrimmages up to this point on the season. So we haven't really seen a full-on duel match here. And as we look at Pine City, they're 4-1 on the season. 3 of those wins coming in the Royalton tournament. The only loss coming against Foley, but they beat Pillager, Royalton, and Pierce. And then the dual match that they won was against Malacca, 3-2. And as we take a look at from this year's results so far, let's take a look at last year. Proctor was 15-12 on the season. They were a tough out no matter who they played. And they were, I know Pine City played them once. Did not have the best of luck against Proctor did Pine City. They lost 3-1, but that was up in Proctor. This year, it's in Pine City, so it's a little bit of a different look. Comes in early on the season, only the second true dual match for both of these teams. So it's going to be a fun one here inside Pine City High School between the Dragons and the Rails. I'm excited for this one. Should be a lot of fun. We've got a new head coach for Pine City this season. Last few years it was her name has escaped me for some reason. I can see her, but I cannot think of her name now. Either way, the new head coach is Lisa Noss Tollefson. She is the new head coach for the Pine City Dragons. And I believe her daughter, I could be wrong. Could be cousin. You just never know nowadays. But Taylor Tollefson is also on the Pine City Dragons varsity roster as well. But around here, I mean, it seems like everybody's family. It seemed like when I was in high school, it was literally, yeah, that's my cousin, or that's my, that is my, it's usually cousin, but, yeah, that's my uncle, or, they're always somehow related here in Pine City, but you gotta love it. Gotta love it. A lot of families here that know each other, that know of each other, or have known each other for years, or they're both. You got two families who have been friends since, their parents and their grandparents were kindergartners, so it goes back a ways. But that's what you love about these small towns, is everyone kind of basically knows everybody, and if they don't yet, well, then they will eventually. So you gotta love that, and that's one thing I love about small town teams is, again, it isn't so big where you don't know everybody. At least with towns like this, you've at the very least heard of somebody on the roster, on a coaching staff, or a teacher, or a student. You've at least heard of them, and more times than not, 99% of the times, it's good things. You do get that once in a while where, not the greatest thing. Maybe they failed a class, or maybe they had a bad grade. But for the most part, here on our local teams, they do such a great job, student-wise. I should emphasize that part, not the athlete part, but the student-wise. They do such a great job. I don't know how many seasons in a row that we've had local teams, Pine City included, that have just continually won silver or gold academic team awards, just because they're that involved in the classroom, and they're making sure that obviously the classroom comes first, and these coaches do such a great job to emphasize that, and I think that can get lost amongst a lot of things. But the coaches here and around all of our local schools, there we go, do a great job of that as well. That, again, is why we see season after season after season of this team is a gold academic, this team is a silver, this team is a gold, this team is another silver. So you see that season in and season out, and it seems like we haven't had a season where we haven't had a team who's at least a gold or silver academic team award winner. Continuing to look at last season's results here. I know we just took a sidetrack there, but now we'll course correct just a little bit. Proctor on the season again, 15-12 before going into the playoffs. They were 14-11. They beat Moose Lake Willow River 3-1 in Proctor, but then had to face off against Rush City, who was eventually the state entrance for 7AA. And again, Rush City's coming back with basically the same squad as last year, so look out for them. But Proctor looking to get back to kind of the way they were last year. I don't know what their roster looked like last year. Sadly, I was not able to cover any of the games against our local teams that they had, but I'm sure that there are, again, some returning players, and that there are also some that they have lost due to graduation. For Pine City, they were 20-9 last year, 8-2 in the conference, 7-3 in the section. It was a fun year for Pine City last year. A lot of these games against some of these teams were really close. We see a lot of 3-0s a lot in volleyball, but a lot of these 3-0s were really close. They played a lot of good teams in this conference, but they also played a lot of good teams out of the conference in section. But these teams were really good, and even though it's a 3-0 on the scoreboard, man, it was really close. Of course, they got into the playoffs, and they beat Hinckley Finlayson 3-0 right here at home. And then 2 days after that win against Hinckley Finlayson, the 3-0 win, they welcomed in Esco. A lot of people thought that was going to be the matchup to watch. That was going to be the exciting one. That was going to be the one that kind of said, okay, one of these two teams is going to make it all the way and probably play against Rush City in the championship game. But sadly for Pine City, they fell to Esco in that game 3-0. And looking back at that game, I remember that one actually very vividly. Pine City just seemed out of sorts a little bit. They just seemed like they couldn't catch any bit of momentum. No matter what sport you're watching, I think we've all seen teams that have kind of had that game where it just seems like, man, it's not that everything is going bad, it's just they can't seem to get good things going 1, 2, 3, 4 times in a row for themselves, so it eventually winds up going against them because the other team is able to find that momentum or that streak of good things happening, and that's kind of what happened in that game against Esco. They just couldn't pile up the good things, and again, it's not that they were playing bad, they just couldn't pile up the momentum, the good things that were happening, and eventually Esco kind of took advantage of that. They pulled momentum on their side. There was a ton of times where it looked like, man, Esco's just going to run away with this set, but then Pine City closed it up quickly, came back, made it a set once again, but yeah, unfortunately they did have an early exit in the playoffs, and I think a lot of teams were looking at Pine City as one of the teams who are going to make a deep playoff run. And just because you lost in that second round does not mean anything that your season was good, bad, and or the other. So for Pine City, they get set here. We've got about 30 seconds to go before we get our starting lineups and our national anthem. And then after both of those have been taken care of, we'll get down to business, and that is volleyball. It's a best of 3 here tonight between the Pine City Dragons and the Proctor Rails here on WCMP. We'll take a commercial break here, word from our fine sponsors. Then when we come back, we will have volleyball action for you right here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, WCMP.
Are you looking for a position where your role impacts the community around you? Then look no further than Burnett Dairy Cooperative in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Owned by the farmers in your community, Burnett Dairy offers numerous career options with various responsibilities and growth opportunities. Positions such as CDL drivers, who work closely with our farmers, cheese production, creating award-winning cheeses, and retail store clerks making someone's day better. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on Careers to join our herd.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Did you know that Franzen Bank and Trust is a Minnesota-owned company? And they're one of the largest community banks around. That's a great combination. As a community bank, they're dedicated to their customers and the communities they serve. You might say they're big enough to help, small enough to care. Last March, they provided $20,000 in grants to 6 different Minnesota communities. They also processed well over 1,700 PPP loans, allowing local small businesses to keep their employees on the payroll during the pandemic. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Hey, you looking for a reliable propane supplier? Look no further than Burnett Dairy Propane. Proud to serve you, providing top-notch propane services all year round, offering convenient delivery options and flexible payment plans that suit your schedule and budget. Trust the experts in the field, Burnett Dairy Propane. Call them today at 715-689-1032 or visit them online at burnettdairy.com. Burnett Dairy Propane, your dependable propane partner.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at EmbraceMN.com. That's EmbraceMN.com.
Wellia Health is here to keep you feeling your best so you can enjoy all the things you love best. You can count on us for your eye exams, mental health services, rehabilitation, wellness exams, urgent care, and much more. At Wellia Health, our goal is to help you live life well. Let Wellia Health help you get back to your best. Give us a call today to set up an appointment. 320-679-1313. WelliaHealth.org.
Everyone knows there are great places to play in northwestern Wisconsin, but did you know there are great places to work? Burnett Dairy Cooperative is just outside of Grantsburg, Wisconsin, and offers numerous career options with a wide variety of responsibilities, schedules, and growth opportunities. Some positions may include CDL driver, cheese production, and seasonal workers. Burnett Dairy Cooperative has competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and many other great benefits. Be part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on Careers.
Are you looking for a position where your role impacts the community around you? Then look no further than Burnett Dairy Cooperative in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Owned by the farmers in your community, Burnett Dairy offers numerous career options with various responsibilities and growth opportunities. Positions such as CDL drivers, who work closely with our farmers, cheese production, creating award-winning cheeses, and retail store clerks making someone's day better. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on Careers to join our herd.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350 WCMP. We're just about set for the start of this matchup between the Pine City Dragons and the Proctor Rails on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Looking at your starters here for the visiting Proctor Rails, it'll be number 2, Alexa Knudsen. She's a senior, followed by another senior, number 4, Taylor Peterson. Another senior, number 5, Lillian Hart. Another senior, number 6, Samantha Shelton. A freshman, number 9, Reagan Rodberg. A junior, number 13, Kelly Joy Mannanen. And another senior, number 14, Ella Walker. For your Pine City Dragons, it'll be senior, number 2, Abigail Agard. Sophomore, there we go. Number 4, Taylor Tollefson. Senior, number 5, Arissa Rydberg. Senior, number 10, Emma Hermanson. Senior, number 11, Sage Staber. Senior, number 15, Carly Jusak. And junior, number 22, Morgan Mako. Again, we know a lot of these names from last year, from the last 2-3 years even. So this is a very veteran team here for Pine City. Looking at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 seniors on this Dragon roster sheet. Dragons wearing their black jerseys with the green half sleeve, white numbers and letters outlined in green. Proctor Rails wearing their white long sleeve jerseys. Ooh, I think that was out. They're going to say that was in. I think that was just out on that far side. I think that was a missed call. But either way, Proctor wearing their white jerseys, the green, dark green letters and numbers. The libero for Proctor is literally going to be wearing the Pine City jerseys, darn near. She's got the black shirt with the dark green side and letters and the white number. Then for Pine City, the libero for them will be wearing the white jersey with the green half sleeve and green letters and numbers. We're tied up at 1 after a kill there from Pine City. And now going back to serve is going to be number 4, Taylor Tollefson. Tollefson will be back to serve. Runs up on it, and serve is over. Dug up by the Proctor libero. That's going to get over, but out of bounds. Another point, Pine City. Taylor Peterson was the athlete who got the dig for Proctor. Pine City back to serve again. Taylor Tollefson, the sophomore. Tollefson, the 5'10 sophomore, gets this one into the net to make it 2-1. Or 2-2, excuse me. So 2-2, and now back to serve for the Rails is going to be Alexa Knudsen. Her serve is over, but it is out on the near side. So give Pine City another point to give them a 3-2 lead. And it's Carly Jusak back to serve for the Dragons. Her serve is up, and it is over, dug up by Knudsen. And they will just tap it over. Jusak right there waiting for it. Arissa Rydberg sliding after that one, and Abby Agard almost was able to get enough strength on that hit to get it over, but unfortunately unable to there. So it'll be tied again at 3 apiece here in set number 1 between the Rails and the Dragons. Back to serve this time is number 14, Ella Walker. It goes off of the libero Morgan Mako, excuse me. Out of bounds, so it'll give the Rails a 4-3 lead over Pine City. Again, here early set number 1. Ella Walker, a senior for Proctor, back to serve. It's up, and it is over from Walker. Dug up by Thiemann. That's going to get into the ceiling, and then a kill attempt there from Agard. It's getting it down, and a kill from Agard ties us up at 4. Abby Agard with the kill there, and back to serve now for Pine City. It's going to be Sage Staber. Staber with the serve. It's over, but out. A little bit too much on that one. Sends that one over and out. That'll make it 5-4 in favor of Proctor. Substitution here for the Rails. That brings in number 12, junior Rhea Ward. The serve is up and over. Saber may have been able to let that one go, but she still gets the dig. And Thiemann will get it back across. Samantha Shelton was the young lady who served for Proctor. And this serve just gets down in front of the diving Summer Thiemann. Nice dive attempt there, but really nothing she could have done about that one. That was just a great hit by the Rails there to position that one right where it needed to be. So again, the serve from Shelton, dug up by Thiemann, and then back across. Dug up by Thiemann once again to Hermanson. She'll hit it across. Rails have it. They get set, and here's the hit across. Rydberg hits it. Hermanson back to Rydberg. Rydberg nearly got the kill. It's going to touch one of the beams on the ceiling. The rafters become the friend there for Pine City. And get them back within one. 6-5. Checking in is Tollefson for Summer Thiemann. And it's Agard back to serve. It's going to be an ace for Abby Agard. So an ace there for Agard. Ties us up at 6 apiece in set number 1. Back and forth we go. Neither team has got any clear kind of momentum. Agard with the serve once again. This is going to be another ace. 2 aces in a row for Abby Agard. Alexa Knutson just could not catch up to those two in time. Didn't get her hands in the right position. And I should know, I've played recreational volleyball. I am an expert. Of course, I'm kidding. That ball is served. It is up and over. Back to Pine City. Now Tollefson looks for the kill. She mistimed her jump on that one. She went up and then let the ball get too far down on her swing. And I think as she went up, she realized, hey, my swing is going to be way too high for where the ball is at right now. So she just let that one go into the net. 7-7 we're tied at. And the serve here from the Rails number 9, Reagan Rodberg. It's dug up by Pine City. Tollefson will hit it back across. And I'm not sure of all the hand signals in volleyball. You'd think before every season I would look up each and every hand signal and foul and penalty and violation. But, yeah, I'd love to do those things. But, you know, with 2 kids, I'm going to make that excuse. With 2 kids, it's hard to do. Carly Chusak is in for Morgan Mako, the libero, and it's going to be an ace. An ace there from Emma Hermanson, who now serves for Pine City. It's insane to see some of these young ladies who have been with this team for so long, now as seniors. I feel like I started calling games when some of these ladies were getting their first varsity starts. Oh, nice job by Abby Agard. Sage Staber saw that one. It was coming into her home, but it was just leaning far enough behind her where Agard could have gotten to it. She got to it, but just not in time. And that's just where communication, they're just going to have to up their communication between her and Staber. And that'll be something that comes along as the season goes along as well. This serve is going to be long that time from number 13, Kelly Joy Mannanen. I looked at that last name and I had to say it about 2,000 times before I even started the live broadcast just to make sure I'm saying it correctly. 10-8 is the score in favor of Pine City. Serve is up and it is over. Back across now for Pine City. Mako with the dig. Tollefson looking for the kill, but it goes long. A little too much juice on that one. And it goes long. It'll give Proctor a point back. A little substitution here for Proctor. Lillian Hart checking in for Rhea Ward, and Hart will go back to serve. 10-9 is the score in favor of the Dragons. Hart with the serve right to Staber. To Rydberg now with the dig, and looking for the kills, Carly Jusak, and that's got a little too much on that one, but just didn't get enough of a down angle on it. I know I'm great at describing things. Down angle. That's all you need to know, really, just down angle. Hart will serve again for the Rails. It's dug up beautifully by Staber to Rydberg. Jusak will just tap this one across, kept alive by the Rails, and Mako will get it back for the Dragons on the dig. Jusak will look for the kill once again, but this one's just a little too far. Again, that down angle we talk about. Just a little high on that swing as she came down and hit the ball. If she can get that trajectory just a little bit lower, that's coming down, and there is no way that a Rails player is going to be able to catch up with it. Hart back to serve once again for the Rails. It's an 11-10 lead now for Proctor. Hart with the serve. It is up and it is over to Mako, the libero, to Rydberg. And Jusak's going to have to race after this one, and unfortunately it was blocked after Jusak tried to get it up and over, blocked. She got it initially off the net and then hit it again, and that's a double hit, so it'll be a point for the Rails. 12-10. Rails with the lead in set number 1. 7:15 here for your time. As Hart with the serve over, Agard to Rydberg, and really no chance on that one. The dig there from Pine City went right back over the net, and that was kind of easy for Proctor there just to kind of tap it back across. Pine City really, that was one where it's so tough to do anything with. They almost had no chance. So 13-10, Rails with the lead now. Hart with the serve. It's up and over, dug up by Staber. It's going to go across the court to Mako, and now Staber will push it back across. The Rails have it with the dig. They're looking for the kill. Nice block there by Jusak. Jusak with the block on the strong kill attempt from Proctor, but Jusak right there, and she's looking at it, the tallest on the team, and she plays basketball as well. A very well-rounded, talented athlete in Carly Jusak. It seems like she's been starting here for Pine City for forever. It seems like she was in 7th grade starting all sports. We've been calling her name for so long. That's going to be an ace for Pine City to bring them back within 1. 13-12. Summer Thiemann on the ace serve. That serve is over. Dug up by the Rails. They'll get it back across now to Agard. To Rydberg, excuse me. Agard with the kill. Rydberg with the dig. Agard with the kill. And that'll tie us back at 13 apiece. Set number 1. Again, neither team has had clear advantage of anything here in this one. As we continue to go back and forth, it seems like we trade points. But Rails went on a nice 4-point scoring streak, but Pine City has scored 3 unanswered here as the Thiemann serve is dug up. And they will hit it back across, and it's going to go into that boundary pole, as I like to call it. There are poles on both sides of the net that stand for out of bounds. So if the ball hits that pole at any time, whoever the team that touched it last of that hitting the pole, it goes to the opposite team. Again, I know I'm great at explaining. Thiemann serve goes into the net, so a 14-13 lead comes back to a 14 all tie. Now back to serve for Proctor is going to be Alexa Knudsen. She'll go back to serve here for Proctor. Serve is up and it is over. Agard with the dig to Rydberg. Staber looks for the kill. It goes into the net. That's the one she wanted. Just a little bit off the mark there that time as it goes into the net. Point for Proctor. Knudsen back to serve. It is up and it is over. Thiemann gets low for that dig to Rydberg. Now to Agard. Agard off the fingertips at the net. Rails still have it. They'll look for the kill. It's a nice dig by Rydberg, but that one had absolutely no chance. I mean, there was no way that one was going to be even anywhere close for Pine City to grab. And it's a 16-14 lead now for the Rails. You feel like whichever team can go on that little run of points is going to win this one. Carly Jusak was set up beautifully. It was blocked back across. Agard got the dig. Mako tried to get this one dug up, but the hit across from the Rails is going to get down for a kill, and now it's a 17-14 lead for the Rails. Again, it's kind of been a run on points here for both of these teams. One team will go on a little bit of a run. The other team will score and go on a little bit of a run. It's been a set of runs right now for both of these teams, but right now it seems like Proctor has a little bit of an advantage. A low dig from Mako. Agard looking for the kill. Set up beautifully for the Rails. Jusak tried to get it over for the kill, but it's been knocked back across. They'll set up Jusak again. No, it goes to Agard. Goes off the blocked fingertips at the net. Rails will try and set it up. It's off of Rydberg, and it's going to go back to the wall, the brick wall back there. And another point for Proctor as they now lead 18-14. And it looks like we're going to get a timeout called here by Pine City. So the Dragons call a timeout, and that'll give us a moment to shout out our scoreboard sponsor, Embrace Orthodontics. Embrace Orthodontics, custom light force braces or Invisalign clear liners with 3 locations in Pine City, Lynchburg, and Cambridge. EmbraceMN.com. Of course, their doctors are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. You can start today at EmbraceMN.com. That's EMBRACE.com. Thanks to Embrace Orthodontics for sponsoring the scoreboard. Of course, thanks to all of our fine sponsors who sponsored this, not only this broadcast, but all of our broadcasts that we do throughout the sports season, whether it be fall, winter, or spring. We thank all of our fine sponsors for sponsoring each and every broadcast that we do. Thank them so much. Of course, if they don't sponsor the broadcast, we can't come out and bring these games to you. So thanks too much again to all of our fine sponsors. I want to thank all of you already for tuning in. Appreciate that. If you aren't tuning in, I don't have a reason to be out here. So thanks so much for tuning in. I know you're just here for my lovely voice. Of course, I know you're here for probably your cousin, your niece, your nephew, maybe even your uncle, aunt, whatever it may be. I'm here calling the game. Now, I know this is volleyball, and girls volleyball at that, because boys get volleyball now in Minnesota, which was just passed this past spring, so that's pretty cool. But Pine City, not one who has a boys team yet. I'm sure at some point in time we will see a boys team in our local areas, but as right now, we still got girls, and the girls just got one backstage. Staber gets that one back off of the block attempt at the net. They'll get one back to make it 18-15. Down by 3 still. Mako will come out. Hermanson will check in for her. Back to serve is going to be Carly Jusak. Again, Jusak, the long, lengthy player that she is. I mean, put her anywhere out there, she's bound to get the job done somehow. Rails will set this one up, though. Nice dig from Summer Thiemann. It spun her around, but the Dragons are going to work it back across. Jusak gets the final say, and now the Rails will look for it. It's blocked at the net. Ryberg gets the dig to Staber. It's going to set up to Agard. That one's going to go off of a dig, and it's down for a kill from Abby Agard. That one was close. The Rails got just enough oomph on it on the dig to get that one a little bit of arc on it to where they could catch up to it, but they could not catch up enough, and that one hits the court, and it's a point. Pine City, they're back within 2, 18-16. Jusak with the serve across. It's dug up by the Rails. And now at the net, they'll push it across. Thiemann with a nice dig to Rydberg. Hermanson will hit this one across. That's down! A beautiful kill there from Hermanson. Perfect placement on that one. And I've probably talked about that each and every year of college volleyball that Hermanson has started, or at least played on varsity. She just knows where to put. I don't know if it's instinct. I don't know if she actually sees it. I don't know if it's just she knows. But she does such a great job of knowing when and where to put that ball, and just so precise with it as well. Rails will get it back across. Thiemann, nice dig. A set there from Jusak and push across by Staber. Rails will set it up. It's just a tap across. Staber with the dig, though. Agard looking for another kill. It's dug up by the Rails. It's going to be tough for them to get over. They do. Staber with the dig to Hermanson. She wants to go off pace. She does, but it's dug up by the Rails. And now the Rails will have it set up. And this time it's dug up by Rydberg to Staber. Staber's just going to push it across. Rails got to it. I like the change of pace there by Staber, but just couldn't catch the Rails off guard enough. And that one is going to get through the block of Staber and Hermanson. Down for a point. 19-17 is the Proctor lead. Set number 1 here in Pine City. It's a best of 5 between these two teams. Don't forget, over on 95.5 FM, Adam Hefty calling the game between the Hinckley Finlayson Jaguars and the Mora Mustangs. That volleyball game has begun. Again, I want to thank all of the other guys that we have that call games for us. We appreciate them. Can't do it without them. That first set between Hinckley Finlayson and Mora has just begun. Meanwhile, it's a 20-17 lead now for Proctor, and that's going to go off of the attempted dig of Thiemann for an ace there for Proctor. 21-17 now in favor of the Rails. That's number 14, Ella Walker, the senior. Now we're going to get another timeout here by Pine City. So Pine City calls the timeout. It's a 21-17 lead here for the Rails on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics will leave you with a smile that you'll embrace forever. Your customized smile journey also starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace Orthodontics wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. You can find out more at EmbraceMN.com. Again, Embrace Orthodontics, our scoreboard sponsor. I know they're getting a brand spanking new building in Cambridge. It's going to be right by the Goodwill and the Culver's / I think it's Great Clips / Caribou or Starbucks. I don't know. I can't never tell the difference between Starbucks or Caribou. But it's going to be right there, right on 95, So if you're going west on 95, it's going to be on the right side. If you're going east, it's going to be on the left side. But again, it's right by the, well, I guess both are right there. Because both, there's a Starbucks or Caribou next to Goodwill, and then there's a Starbucks or Caribou right next to Culver's. So yeah, it's there. That's where their new building will be in Cambridge. And Braith's Orthodontics, again, thanks to them for sponsoring the scoreboard. In our game, it's 21-17. Rails with the lead here in set number 1, and it's long Mako. Woo! That one is a tough one to lay off of, but Mako does a great job of looking at the ball, keeping your eye on the ball. I think that's one thing you're taught as a kid, and that's just preached to you is keep your eye on the ball, keep your eye on the ball. And she did just that, and she tracked it so well, and that one went out of bounds to give Pine City a point back. Agar looks for the kill. Oh, the Rails do a great job of diving to keep it alive. Back across to Staber with the set. Ryberg with the set, excuse me. Hit across by Hermanson. Now Staber with the dig. Ryberg looks for the change of pace. Dug up by the Rails, though. They knew that one was coming. Right to Thiemann. Thiemann with the dig now to Mako. And Staber will hit it back across. Oh, tipped at the net by the Rails, and they'll look for the kill. That's into the net. Kept alive. Oh. I think they're going to sit closed fist, maybe? Or something like that. I don't know. It was a closed fist. Either way, it is going to be Proctor. Point 22-18. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, got to have fun at yourself. Got to poke fun at yourself, and you can't have fun with yourself, well, you can't have fun at all. Or at your own expense, if that makes sense. Yeah. Anyways, Abby Agard with the hit across. Nearly got down, but Rails just got it in time. That one goes off the net. Agard with the dig, and it's pushed down. Agard with a diving dig to get it back across by Summer Thiemann. Now the Rails have it once again. They'll look for the kill. That one's going to be long, and Pine City will get another point back here as they now trail by 3, 22-19 here late in set number 1. This one kind of is spelling extra points, but with the way that the points have been going, it's been a set of runs. One team will score 3 or 4, then the next team will come back and score 3 or 4. That's how this has gone. That's going to be an ace for Abby Agard. An ace for Abby Agard, and it's 22-20. Agard will go back again to serve. Looking to get her team back into this one. Trying to give her team the lead once again. Another serve. That was a line drive. I don't know how Proctor got to it, but they did, and they'll manage just to get it back across. Staber with the dig set up by Rydberg, and Agar's going to have a long hit over. Hits the net. Oh, and sometimes that when it hits the net like that, it can just throw the defenders off, but that time it did not. We're going to have a whistle here. It's going to go against Proctor, and Pine City will get the point. 22-21. I think they may have crossed the line, did Proctor. Where the net is, there's a line, which is center court, or half court, whatever you'd like to call it, for basketball. And if you cross that line in volleyball, it's going to be a point. A timeout taken here by Proctor. Pine City on a nice run here. They trail only by 1 late in this first set, 22-21. It's been a very, very good first set between these two teams. And again, right from the get-go, there was a ton of action. Neither team was giving in inch to either or anybody. It was such good action up to this point. I can't wait to see what these next few points will show us. Of course, Pine City 4 away. If they score 4 straight points, they're going to take the set. That's easier said than done as well. Of course, the brand new head coach for Pine City, Lisa Noss-Tollefson. And she may not be brand spanking new per se, but she is the new head coach of the Pine City Dragons volleyball team. Tammy Nelson was the former head coach. She decided to take a break this year and step away from her head coaching duties. And she had a great career as a head coach here for Pine City, and we enjoyed talking to her for interviews and just kind of updates on the team. Of course, Tollefson and I will be getting an interview together soon. It's been busy for both of us, so we will have that scheduled sooner rather than later, as Pine City has that one go against them, and it's going to be set point now for Proctor. They lead 24-21, set point, so Pine City needs to score 3 unanswered points to erase that set point, and then score 2 more in a row to take the set victory. Proctor, oh, that one's just out. Woo! And Agard taking a deep breath on that one. She's got a face of fear right there. She turned around from watching that ball go just long. and it looked like she saw the boogeyman. I mean, she was worried about that one, but that one does go long. And this one nearly an ace for Hermanson, but it does get over. It hits the net, and that kind of helps Hermanson to grab that one. It's hit back across by Tollefson. That's down in the corner! That backside far corner by Tollefson. A great hit by Tollefson, placing that one beautifully. You couldn't ask Aaron Rodgers or Tom Brady to hit that better with a football. I mean, that was beautiful. That was one of the more accurate hits I think I've seen in volleyball. That was just beautiful. Blocked at the net by Pine City. It's dug up by Staber to Ryberg. Agard. That's down, and Pine City's tied it at 24. There you go, Pine City. There's that scoring streak. It's been a set of runs. Proctor came back with a few, and then 3 straight by Pine City. Now another timeout called here by Proctor. Woo-wee, what a set it has been here so far. And we're only in the first set. Yeah, believe it or not, this is set number 1 for Pine City at home. This is their second home dual match. Their first one was against Malacca, where they won 3-2. That one was a little bit tough for Pine City. They were up 2-0, and they gave up 2 straight sets to take it to a third. Now, they didn't win the third set, but I'm pretty sure as a coach, as head coach, you want to be looking at your team and saying, hey, we need to put that away in that third set and not let them come back in 2 sets. But maybe they were just, trying to give them a little bit of excitement, trying to give the crowd what they paid for and give them that excitement. I mean, I wouldn't complain. Those 5 setters are, man, those are interesting. Those are a lot of fun. Back to action. Serve is over by Hermanson. Rails have it, and they'll set it up. Now it's just pushed across here. Hermanson with the dig to Rydberg. They're setting up Tollefson. Accurate as can be, but they've got that corner covered now to the rails. They'll push it across. Hermanson with the dig to Rydberg. They're going to set up Tollefson again. Just taps it across, but rails do just get it back over. This one's pushed back across by the rails to Agard to Rydberg. Tollefson again hits it into the net. And that's she's a couple times here this evening mistimed her jump or mistimed her swing, so it's gone into the net. And again, that's just comes with playing time. That comes with having experience out there on the court, and that'll come sooner rather than later, and I'm sure, if not by the end of tonight. Serve is up and over, just low and up, but Staber gets there. To Mako. Tollefson looking for the kill. It does hit the net and rolls over, so again, the net can be the friend. It proves to be there, and man, Tollefson uses that net to her advantage and ties the game at 25. It's going to be Arissa Rydberg back to serve now for Pine City. We're tied at 25. Again, you have to win by 2 points. So you get even if you get to that 25, the other team has to be down by 2 in order to get the win at 25. Usually that's what you go to is 25, but we're headed into extra points. Rails look for the kill, goes into the net. Pine City now with set point here in set number 1. And the Dragons take this long set. Here it is, serve, Arissa Rydberg. Left-handed serve is over, dug up by the rails. It's up. Rails will just tap it across. Mako gets a fist on it to get it over. Now Tollefson just taps it across. Carly Jusak gets it off the block. Saber pushes it back across, and the rails will get it dug up. They'll push it back across again. Oh, and it gets down. Oh, Mako and Agard on the wrong pages. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. They're going to say that's Pine City's point. The Proctor head coach does not agree, and I think, if anything, we just need a redo of that point. I think that's Proctor's point. Ooh, I think Proctor got one taken from him. Again, we're for Pine City here all day long, but we're also for competitiveness, and I think Proctor got one taken. I think that one should have probably been Proctor's point, but a whistle was blown, and they say, no, Pine City's point. So either way, we're headed to set number 2 with the Dragons leading 1-0, and who's to say that Pine City wouldn't have taken that first set anyway. They had a bunch of momentum after those few timeouts, so who's to say they wouldn't have taken it after the point by Proctor. Anyway, so we'll take a timeout here. We're from our fine sponsors, and when we come back, we'll be ready for set number 2 here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, they'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you, and if you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget. The team over at Embrace also believes the results of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with a lifelong retention program at EmbraceMN.com. Again, Pine City takes set 1, 27-25. We'll be back after a word from our fine sponsors here
Your
on
journey to
WCMP.
smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Did you know that Franzen Bank and Trust is a Minnesota-owned company? And they're one of the largest community banks around. That's a great combination. As a community bank, they're dedicated to their customers and the communities they serve. You might say they're big enough to help, small enough to care. Last March, they provided $20,000 in grants to 6 different Minnesota communities. They also processed well over 1,700 PPP loans, allowing local small businesses to keep their employees on the payroll during the pandemic. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and of course live with video at WCMPradio.com. The Dragons take set 1 over the Proctor Rails, 27-25, over on 95.5 FM KBEK. It's Hinkley Finlayson hosting Mora, and Mora has the lead in set number 1, 8-5. Again, that is the first set over there in Hinkley. So Pine City will get set to serve first here in the second set. That first set, a lot of action. Took a while, but that's okay. As long as it is action-packed, I'm okay with this thing going, well, okay, maybe not all night. Let's not get too egregious here, but I'm okay with it going a while. Pine City will take set 1 after the rails just ever so slightly hit the net. So it will be Pine City point 1-0, and it's Rydberg, the left-handed serve into the net. And Proctor will give one back. This is kind of the way that first set went. One team would score 1, the other team would score 1. One team would score 2-3, the other team would score 2-3. It was so back and forth, but Pine City able to grab just any momentum they could at the end of that first set to take it 27-25. The serve here is a right-handed serve from Lillian Hurt, and it's down for an ace right in front of Summer Thiemann. And that was a tough one. Thiemann, I think, got stuck. Now, you gamers will get this, but I think she got stuck in an animation, so to speak. Basically what that is, she kind of got stuck in between, do I dive or do I slide? Do I, slide with my knee pads? She couldn't really, she kind of got stuck in between, so that one got down in front of her. Sage Staber will get this one, though. Rydberg coming all the way across the court, and now Staber looking for the kill off the block at the net. The Rails will have it. They'll set it up, just tap it across, and that's right in front of Rydberg. She dives, got a hand on it, but it's not going to be enough to get that one back across or up for her teammates. So it's a 3-1 lead now for the Rails. In the game for the first time is Isabel. Oh boy, I'm not even going to try and pronounce that last name. I apologize. That last name I am going to have to learn throughout the season as the serve is into the net for Proctor. Number 40, Isabel Calatayud? Prieto? I'm going to say Isabel Prieto for now. Or Preto. Oh, jeepers. I'm going to have to learn that name, ladies and gentlemen. That'll be one where throughout the season I'll hear it. I'll try and hear it. Or just simply ask the coach, too. Because, my goodness, I am sometimes as good as I like to think I am at saying names. That one's going to haunt me for a little bit because I like to have these names down. But either way, Pine City will serve, and it is Hannah Bombard. Yes, I know that one is for sure. Hannah Bombard with the serve over, back over here. And it is down. Point forward to the Rails. They lead now 4-2. Going back to serve is going to be Alexa Knudsen. Serve is up and over. Bombard with the dig to Rydberg. Agar with the hit across, blocked at the net, dug back up by Mako, hit back across by Staber, dug back up by the rails libero, hit down now. Rydberg with a diving dig. Bombard and Rydberg will hit it back across. Diving dig by the rails. They'll keep it alive, hit it back across, right to Bombard. Bombard has it to Rydberg. Staber looking for the kill. That one's going to hit the back of the basketball backboard and come straight down like a bullet to the court. And it's another point there for Pine City, who now trails 4-3. They trail by 1. Carly Jusak checks in for the libero, Morgan Mako. And it's Prieto or Preto, Isabel. We're going to call her Isabel for now, because that's the part of the name I can pronounce. Diving dig from Agard. Carly Jusak down for the kill. Carly Jusak with the kill there to tie this set up at 4 apiece. Again, it's going to be Isabel back to serve. Again, she's number 40, the junior, 5'11". So if that is your daughter, granddaughter, niece, sister even, I apologize. That's a name I haven't had to say on varsity last year, so it's a new one, and it caught me off guard, I'm not going to lie. Proctor comes back with a kill there. Isabel that one was kind of no chance for Isabel, because Proctor had that one set up so perfectly that all they had to do was they could have tapped it across and it would have been down. There was no way for Isabel there to get that one, so I can't really fault her for that one. Either way, now off the service, dug up. Bombard tried to get it across, but just not enough oomph on that one, and it hits the net and falls down. It's going to be 6-4. The Proctor Rails lead here in set number 2. Back to serve for the Rails is Ella Walker. We're in number 14. Her serve is up, and it is over. Mako, that one's going to be tough. That one's going into the sand. Somehow, oh my goodness, Pine City kept it alive, and I don't think her Dragon teammates were ready for her to keep that alive. I think they thought that one went into the bleachers a ways, but they were able to get to the bleachers, keep it alive, and again, I just don't think her teammates were ready. That one's dug up by Bombard as it's a 7-4 Proctor lead. Agard comes up looking for the kill. Goes off a block attempt at the net. Dug up by the Rails. And they'll again just tap this one across. It's going to be dug up by Bombard to Rydberg. It sets up Agard looking for the kill. Rails will have it. They'll look for the kill. That one's long. Oh! And I wish I could look these hand signals up on the fly, but I'm not that talented at multitasking. 8-4 is the Rails lead. Dragons getting a quick word of encouragement and probably just some educating going on how to combat what they just faced. Meanwhile, Staber looks for the comeback kill, and she does get it there. Taking some of her frustration out on that ball. Had a personal vendetta against the ball that time. Saber will check out, and coming in for the first time is Robin Odegaard. She played pretty well last year, too, as a junior. Not a lot seen of her as a sophomore, but last year as a junior, she played quite often, and she's got a really good, strong hit, but that one's going to go into the top of the net and not get over. 9-5, the Proctor lead here in set number 2. Pine City leads 1-0. Now back to serve is number 6, Samantha Shelton. That's dug up by the Dragons. Rydberg will set it up for Carly Jusak. Gets down. She knew exactly what she was doing on that one. She didn't get a lot on it. She didn't need to, because it was just perfectly placed right there in the center of the court. Bombard will check out. Tollefson will check in. It's Abby Agard back to serve now. You'll hear some of these names in the winter sports season. I know you might be thinking, well, why are you talking about winter sports already? Because it'll be here before you know it. That's why. We just started the fall sports season, I know, but that one blocked at the net. Pine City will get another chance. Agard, got bailed out there, I think, by the Rails, and it'll hit it back across. That's blocked at the net, but it goes out of bounds, and sometimes that happens. That's a tough break for Pine City. Agard checks out. In for her is Thiemann. Sometimes you can get the block and have the perfect block in place, but it just heads out of bounds. That ball hits your hands. You get the block, you get excited, but then it just finds its way out of bounds, and sometimes that happens here in volleyball. Good things can even go bad. Jusak will just tap this one across. Jusak is so aware of where every defender is on the court and where the open spots are. She is so good at keeping her eyes open, just kind of almost having eyes in the back of her head, on the sides of her head, just to be so aware of where those openings are and if she needs to come back with an absolute rocket or if she just needs to tap it across, which she did just there. Odegaard with the dig after the serve. Tollefson looking for the kill. It's dug up by the rails. It'll be hit back across at the net. Dug up by Tollefson. And Isabel will hit it back across. Oh, two rails players do hit each other. They're okay, though. That's the good news. It looks like they must have hit more shoulders than they did head. I thought they slid into each other with their heads, but it looks like it must have been their shoulders. So, point for Pine City. Everyone's okay. That's what we care about most. Jusak with the serve. It's up and over. Dug up by the rails. Someone from the front of the net comes over to get it on the set. Back across. It was Thiemann with the dig, and Tollefson looking for the kill, goes into the net. She's frustrated with herself on that one. She knows that was the one she wanted, and that's not been the first time tonight she's hit it into the net. And again, we're not picking on her at all. Not at all. I mean, goodness gracious. I would, let's just say I wouldn't be good. Serve is up and over, and that is out. Ooh, Thiemann. That was a little bit close. She's kind of smiling, saying, yeah, I may have gotten away with that one. That did go out, though. Odegaard will check out in for Staber. On those, as a coach, you might want to see her maybe be a little bit more aggressive on that one and try and get that one dug up. Ryberg with the serve across. Dragons trail 11-9 here in set number 2. Oh, miscommunication there by the rails. Two of the players in the backcourt were both going after it, but then they both stopped because they thought the other one was going after it, and that's the way that one went. Serve over by Ryberg is dug up by the rails, and they'll look to push it across into the net. Pine City will tie this up after a gift there at 11. So we're tied up at 11. It looked like Proctor is going to have all sorts of control here in this set, but Pine City comes back and gets the last couple. But that one is not going to get over the net on the serve, so the serve will go back to Proctor, who now leads 12-11. That quickly broke the tie. Lillian Hart will go back to serve, and if you're watching the huddle feed, I apologize. There's nothing I personally can do about it. That serve is into the nets. It'll be down. Pine City will tie it up at 12. So, again, I apologize if you're watching huddle and you're experiencing some technical difficulties. That's just due to internet, and I'm sure the storms have something to do with that. So Pine City tied at 12. Serve is over from Lombard. And, oh, Ryberg. She covered her mouth as soon as she dug that one up. Or went for the set, excuse me. Because as soon as she did, it went straight back to the brick wall. And she was almost like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that. So 13-12 back-to-back points here, going either way. Now Pine City will try and tie it back up. Staber looking for the kill, blocked at the net, and it's going to be a point for Proctor, as they now lead 14-12. Both of these first two sets have been just incredible. They've been so fun, so back and forth. This one not so much a set of runs as the first one, but it is back and forth. As Pine City found some momentum. Dig there from Agard. She had to get low for that one. Staber looking for the kill. And another block there from Proctor. They've been putting themselves in great position as of late. And there's a nice thunder roll I just heard inside the building. A good thunder roll. Like it. Serve is out. So the serve from Proctor goes long. That will make it 15-13 now. Pine City still trails by 2 here in the second set. Serve is up, and it is over. That's Isabel. Again, I apologize to any Pine City listeners. I do not know how to pronounce her last name, and I don't want to keep botching it, so Again, ladies and gentlemen, what a nice night to be sitting inside out of the heat and out of the storm that we're actually going to be getting here. If not, the storm has already arrived. Heard a roll of thunder there about 2 minutes ago. 16-13 is the Proctor lead. Mako with the dig to Staber, and a double hit called on Staber. That's a tough one. So Staber gets called for the double hit. It makes it a 17-13 lead here for the Rails of Proctor. Serve is over. Mako with the dig to Rydberg, and Staber will push this one across. She has been trying to get that power swing going, but the Rails have just had her number in the block there by Staber and Jusak, and that will be a good point for Pine City. That's got to feel good for Staber and Jusak combining on the block. That has to feel good, and that's really got to make them, especially for Staber, that's got to make her feel good. She's been trying to take that frustration out on the ball, and she's been blocked a couple times, and then to go and block Proctor there, and now an ace from Robin Odegaard. She was able to do that quite a few times last year. Her serve may not have a lot of arc on it, but it's a straight line drive, and I would challenge anyone to try and catch up with it. I mean, it's coming in red hot, but that one, as soon as I compliment her, that's the old announcer's jinx right there. I'll take blame for that one. 18-15 now, the Rails lead. Back to serve for Proctor's number 16, Emma Shelton. Serve is up, and it's a lob. Diving dig from Odegaard. She was able to get it, and I apologize. That was number 6 for the Samantha Shelton. I knew the last name was right, but I knew the first name was a little bit wrong. Bombard gets the dig for Pine City. Ryberg to Jusak. And again, Jusak, she just knows what to do. She doesn't have to come with the hammer each time. She just lightly tapped that one across. It's down for a point. Dragons trail 18-16 here, set number 2. They took set 1 27-25. Agard with the serve. It's of the basketball hoop, and the Rails still managed to get it back across. Mako with the dig to Rydberg. That's going to set up Tollefson, and Tollefson will get the point there for Pine City. It's going to be 18-17. Now in favor still of the Rails, but Pine City, again, getting some nice momentum here to reach the middle portion of this set. It's dug up nicely by the Rails. They'll look to push it across. Oh, no, that was one where Agard probably should have left it, but that's okay. Her teammate has her back. That's Mako, then Jusak, who got it back across. That's all right. You want it. You like seeing them be aggressive. That one's going to be hit into the net by the Rails, and now the Dragons have tied it up at 18. You know, I'm gonna take back what I said. I like that play by Agard. I like the fact that she was aggressive, went after it. Even though it was going to be long, she went after it, trusted that her teammates were going to have her back because they did. Serve is over, speaking of Agard. And the Rails just get it across. Tollefson. Rydberg, Jusak looks for the kill. She gets it. The block attempt by Proctor. It'll fall on the Rails side, and the Rails will call a timeout here in this second set. They now trail 19-18 to your Pine City Dragons. Pine City with the 19-18 lead here in set number 2. They lead 1-0. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, Embrace Orthodontics custom light force braces or Invisalign clear liners with 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. Their doctors are also committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere, and they will leave you with a smile you will embrace forever. That's it. At Embrace Orthodontics, embracemn.com, EMBRACE.com. And thanks to all of our fine sponsors, thanks to all of you who tuned in here tonight. We're in for a good one. We are in for a good one. That first set was real back and forth. No team really had any sort of advantage. This set now, man, Proctor, I would say, has had the advantage here up to this point, but Pine City, these last, 6-7 points have really turned things around. Oh, and then that one's going to go out. Agard kind of laughing at herself, saying, how did I do that? So she'll check out, take a breather. In for her is Summer Thiemann. Summer Thiemann will check into the game as the Rails get set to serve. Serve is over, dug up by Thiemann to Rydberg, and Jusak will hit it back across. Rails have it. Meanwhile, that first set over in Hinckley, Finlayson went to the Jaguars 25-20. The Jaguars take set one, and this one, diving dig attempt by Thiemann, but it gets down, and Proctor retakes the lead, 20-19. And if you're experiencing technical difficulties, I apologize. Not much I can do. Just the internet, and again, it's the storm that's kind of affecting the internet signal. So I apologize. Not much that we could do about that. This one going to be a whistle on Pine City. Not sure what they call double hit or a lift on the Dragons. Either way, it's going to be a point for Proctor. Back to serve is number 9. That's Reagan Rodberg. Her serve is just over the net. Tollefson with the dig to Rydberg. Tollefson looks for the kill. Nice job to get it over the net. And that one's going to go into the net on the rail side and get down. Yeah, really no chance for the Rails to kind of get down. When they were trying to get it off the ricochet off the net, but just unable to do so. And that one gets down for a point for Pine City. Back to serve is going to be Carly Jusak. Dragons trail 21-20. Serve is up and it is over. This one dug right back up, going to the Pine City side. Thought the Rails had touched it on the block before it went out of bounds, but the referees out there and the judges do not agree, and again, we'll stick with what they say. So it's 21-20 as Isabel gets that one back over for Pine City. And another point there for the Rails. Summer Thiemann tried another diving dig, just could not get to it in time. That'll make it 22-20. So a tough one there, but again, that happens for both sides. You're going to get calls that are close, calls that you don't like, calls that maybe should have gone the other way, but both sides are experiencing that, and that's what you have happen in the game. Taylor Peterson back to serve now for the Rails. Both teams have to deal with it, so Thiemann with the dig, and now Tollefson looking to take out some anger on that ball, and it's out of bounds off of the dig attempt from the Rails, and the Dragons get one back. 23-21 is now the Rails lead. Sage Staber checks in for Robin Odegaard. And Orissa Rydberg goes back to serve. It is up and it is over. Dug up by the Rails. They'll look to get it across. Again, a little bit of, I don't know if she lost it in the light or she thought her teammate was going to come up from behind her to get the dig. But something between those two, that was Taylor Peterson and Reagan Rodberg. Just a little bit of miscommunication there. I don't know if they, just thought that each other was going to get it, because Peterson was sat back and it was going to let Rodberg get it, but I think Rodberg thought Peterson was going to come and get it. That's why she laid off. So 23-22 is the score on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Dragons trail by 1 here in the second set. Embrace Orthodontics, your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace Orthodontics wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear liners. Find out more at embracemn.com. That timeout called there by the Rails. We're back to action here as getting set to serve is Orissa Rydberg. Rydberg with the serve. Rails just do get it over, and that is a kill there. One of the stronger hitters for the Rails, that's Ella Walker, a senior. She's kind of got that long, lengthy body, kind of like Jusak. And she's got those long arms that really help her get a lot of power through her hits. So the Rails will be back to serve with set point. It is Lillian Hart back to serve, and now before we get the serve, looks like Pine City will take a timeout. Again, this is set point, so if the Rails get the point here, they win the set. But if Pine City can come back and score 2 straight points, and then maybe even 2 more, they'll take this set 2 and lead 2-0. But Proctor trying to tie it at 1 set apiece. And that's the fun thing about volleyball, is no matter what, a team could be up 3-0. Or 3-0. Yeah, that'd be the end of the game there, Ethan. No, 2-0. It doesn't matter. The team who's down by 2 sets could come back and win the next 2 sets, and then that third set you just have no clue, because that third set becomes like the Wild Wild West. You just don't know what's going to happen. Every single player's out there swinging their hardest. They're going after every single ball. They're not letting anything go long. They're not testing anything. I mean, that 5th and final set is so fun, but I'm sure if you're the Dragons, you'd like to end it here in 3, but it starts by getting these next 2 points and this set as well. Dragons trying to set up. Lillian Hart back to serve. It's over. Dug up by Thiemann. To Rydberg. Tollefson does get it over. Oh, that was not down. Thiemann got the dig. I thought that was down. Staber looks for the kill on the other side, and Staber, she got it over, but the rails got just enough of it, so it sat there and spun on the net itself. And that will be it for set number 2. The rails will take set 2, 25-22. So the rails seem to have a little bit more of the momentum there in that set, as now we go tied at 1 set apiece here in Pine City between the Dragons and the Rails. Again, best of 5 here in this one on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, they'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. And even if you don't have insurance, you can ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget. They also have the team at Embrace who believes the results of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with the lifelong retention program. EmbraceMN.com. So we're tied at 1 set apiece here between the Pine City Dragons and the Proctor Rails. We'll take a commercial break to hear a word from our fine sponsors. Then when we come back, we'll be ready for set number 3 here inside Pine City High School. You're listening to Volleyball on WCMP.
Hey, you're looking for a reliable propane supplier? Look no further than Burnett Dairy Propane. Proud to serve you, providing top-notch propane services all year round, offering convenient delivery options and flexible payment plans that suit your schedule and budget. Trust the experts in the field, Burnett Dairy Propane. Call them today at 715-689-1032 or visit them online at burnettdairy.com. Burnett Dairy Propane, your dependable propane partner.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible
For your eye exams, mental health services, rehabilitation, wellness exams, urgent care, and much more. At Wellia Health, our goal is to help you live life well. Let Wellia Health help you get back to your best. Give us a call today to set up an appointment. 320-679-1313. WelliaHealth.org.
Back here on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, and of course live with video at WCMPradio.com. Ethan Game Day Gilman bringing you all the internet that we have is kind of being a little bit wonky due to the storms in the area. So we apologize. There's not anything we can do about that. So if you're listening to us on the radio, 106.5 FM, AM 1350, or watching this game on YouTube via our website, WCMPradio.com, again, apologies. Not anything we can do about that. Hopefully it'll work itself out and get better, but again, apologies about that. Not much that we can do. Now that PSA is over, we're set. I don't know why. Ready for set number 3. There we go. Makes no sense to say set for set number 3. Ready for that 3rd set. As you can tell, I'm no English major, but probably should have taken a little bit more English. I probably should have taken some classes being a broadcaster. But hey. So the Rails will be the ones who will get set to serve to begin set number 3. They took the second set, 25-22. Back to serve is going to be Lillian Hart. It's dug up by Staber to Rydberg. Agard looks for the early kill. Dug up by the Rails. Rails will hit it back across, blocked at the net. Tollefson was able to dig it up to Rydberg, and now Jusak will hit it back across, and it's dug up by Rydberg. Back across the net, and that should be 4 hits. That is. Proctor got confused because Pine City went up for the block, and I think they thought Pine City had touched it, but they did not. That was Proctor's 4th hit. That'll make it a 1-0 lead here for Pine City. Summer Thiemann will come into the game, and she will go back to serve. We've seen Summer Thiemann last year, her junior year, really take a leap in all sports, volleyball and basketball. We've really seen her take a leap in her play, and so excited for her this year. Nice diving dig there by Mako. Kept alive by Tollefson, back across for the rails, who will get the dig. They'll set up, again, the very hard-hitting Ella Walker. Ella Walker got the initial kill attempt. That was dug up by Mako and hit across by Tollefson, but then Walker again was able to hit it, and she pinpointed exactly where she wanted to go with it and was able to get the kill. Walker, a very hard hitter again. Now it's Alexa Knutson who will get it. Hit back cross by Rydberg. She runs into the judge's ladder, if you will. Sage Staber with the hit across. Blocked by the rails, but that block is going to go out of bounds. So a point there for Pine City. They now lead 2-1 here in set number 3. Morgan Mako checks out. In for her is going to be Emma Hermanson. And that's one thing we've seen last year, too. The Dragons did a lot more substituting than in years past. And we see that again this year, and it just keeps the players fresh. Oh, did that go out? And it did, but the rails did get a fingertip on it for an ace. So it's 3-1 now. Dragons with the lead. Carly Jusak back to serve. It's up, it's over. Dug up by the rails, and they will set up Walker again. This time it's Rydberg, though, who gets the dig. Staber keeps an eye on it as it goes into the ceiling. That one's down in the corner on the near side from Carly Jusak. I don't know if she meant to put it there. I think she just meant to put it in that vicinity, but it gets down on that back near side corner for a point for Pine City as they now lead 4-1. That was a great dig by Rydberg from the hit from Walker, and then Staber to keep up with it. And, that time Rydberg, no way to catch up with it. Walker took a little something off that one. Got her angled down. That way she get it in front of Rydberg. That was just, that's a great hit by Walker. Ella Walker, the senior there for Proctor. That's a heck of a dig. Or a kill, excuse me. Walker, speaking of, will be back to serve. That one, oh my goodness. That's a line drive over the net, and Staber does get it back across, but gets it on the outside of the pole. Again, there are poles on each side of the net. If you hit it outside of that pole to the other side, it's out of bounds. If you hit the pole, it's out of bounds. So nice effort there by Staber, but unfortunately, that one goes on the outside of the poles. Walker back to serve. She gets the whistle for the okay. And here's the serve. Long. No too much juice on that one. Pine City gets one back 5-3. And again, if you're any team, you'll take those because those are free points. You ain't got to move. Sage Staber, meanwhile, will be back to serve for Pine City. This one's up and over, dug up by the rails. Walker. And that one's hit across. It does hit the net, so the net becoming the rails' friend there. I thought this was a home net, for Pete's sake. Back to serve now for the rails is going to be Samantha Shelton. Her serve is up and over. Mako with the dig to Staber. And this one's going to get near the net. Tollefson. Yeah, they're going to get her for getting over. Sadly, Tollefson, she did a great job. That's great hustling to that ball. Unfortunately, because of where that ball was going and where she stopped, her momentum took her over that line. Again, there's a line there on the court that, well, maybe you can't see now, but because of the technical difficulty. But she gets a kill there, so Tollefson comes back with one, makes up for I wouldn't even call it a mistake, just the momentum pushing her across the line, comes back to give Pine City the 6-5 lead. She'll check out. In for hers Bombard. Thiemann also out. In for hers Agard. Six to 5, the Dragons lead. The serve from Bombard is over. Dug up by the rails. They'll hit it back across. Staber with the dig. Agard now to Hermanson. Hermanson back across. Rails do get the dig, and they will look to keep it alive as they get it back over the net. Bombard with the dig for Pine City. Hermanson looks for the kill again. Block at the net, and Hermanson with a kill for Pine City. as the Dragons lead 7-5. Hermanson's another young lady who we've seen grow the last 2 years. I remember calling games when she was a sophomore. I just remember, man, thinking to myself, she's very good as a sophomore. I can't wait to see how she progresses the next year and the year after, and so far so good. That one's going to get down for an ace for Pine City. Anna Bombard back there serving, getting an ace. She's another one of those 8 seniors for this Pine City squad. Again, a very veteran squad. This one, goes into the net. That's going to make it 8-6. Pine City still with the lead here in the third set. They are tied at 1 set apiece. And this is going to be number 9, Reagan Rodberg. Her serve is over. Staber with the easy dig there to Rydberg. Agard looking for the kill, but it's dug up easily by Walker for Proctor. And that won't get over. That was a tough one. She was about almost at her bench area, tried to hit it back. It was an awkward angle because she was right at the net, so she would have had to go in and then back over. Just really no way for that ball to do such a thing. 9-6. The Hermanson serve is over, dug up by the rails. They'll just tap it across. Staber with the dig to Rydberg. They set up Carly Jusak, and that's down. Back far side corner. That gives Pine City a 10-6 lead. Here in the third set. Serve is over from Hermanson. Laid that one up kind of early, and the rails were able to get to it. Back across for now Staber with the dig. Agard looks for the kill. Mistimed it that time. It goes into the net and makes it 10-7. Again, I've said this plenty tonight, but again, I apologize if you're experiencing any technical difficulties, jumping, buffering. It's, again, not much that we can do about it. It's just the internet, and due to the storms going on around us, the instability in the air, that does have something to do with the internet connection not being as great. And Jusak hit the net. I think they're going to say it's going to be Proctor ball, or Proctor point. Dang, that sucks. That is unfortunate there because that ball was coming right to the net, and Jusak lined that one up perfectly, but as the ball came down, it came down on the Proctor side, and as Jusak came to swing, she didn't get anything but the net there, and that's unfortunate there for the Dragons because that'll be another Proctor point. Pine City still leads 10-8. Agard looks for the kill. That's off of a fingertip and down. Pine City point. 11-8 now, and that's the thing with this team. We've seen it last year too. I know I keep talking, last year, well, we've seen it, but this team does a great job of picking each other up, communicating, and just saying, hey, don't worry about that one. Let's move on to the next one, and let's go get this. Rydberg with the serve. It's up and over, dug up by the rails. That's going to get into the net, tried to get it off the ricochet. Unable to do so, and the Pine City Dragons will get another point back. It's 12-8. Rydberg back to serve. Rails will get the dig. They will push it across. And that's Walker. Oh, my goodness. Is she okay? Rydberg. I mean, that one, as soon as it hit the... Oh, no! We're going to say that's Pine City point. Well, so either Walker crossed the line, she hit the net, something. Either way, it's Pine City point, 13-8. Rydberg with the serve across. So Pine City will keep the ball. This one's going to be over and long. Woo, just long again, but Bombard does a great job to watch that one closely. It's 14-8. Pine City with the lead here in set number 3. Rydberg with the serve. It's up and just over the net. This one, Walker has a tough angle to get that one. And then Bombard with the dig, but that couldn't catch up to it. So it's 14-9. Still in favor of Pine City. And it is Lillian Hart back to serve. Serve is over. Dug up by Bombard. To Rydberg. To Agard. Agard with the kill. Just over the outstretched hands of Knudsen and Walker. And that gets down for a kill for Abby Agard. And a substitution. Agard checks out in for her Summer Thiemann. Bombard checks out in for her Tollefson. Again, they do a really good job of substituting here in and out. Also in is the libero, Morgan Mako. Only a junior. Serve from Thiemann is not going to get over. It's going to go right into the net. 15-10 is the Dragon lead. That's okay, though. Again, this team does such a great job of communicating with each other and just being like, hey, let's get on. Let's move past that one. It's only one. Serve is up and over by Proctor. Mako with the dig. Set by Agard. Hit back across by Staber. Walker will just tap that one across and give her credit. She's been swinging hard all night long. That one could have been another one, but instead she takes a little something off it, just taps it across, just in front of the diving Morgan Mako. And it's another Proctor point. Pine City still leads 15-11 here in the third set. Serve is over, dug up by Mako. Gets to the net to Rydberg, looking to hit it across as Tollefson. She mistimed her jump, but she still got it across. Walker will set this one up, tipped at the net, dug up by Mako, and oh man! Mako and Thiemann they didn't necessarily collide, but Mako and her kind of got stuck at each other, in front of each other, because Thiemann was going to go after the set after the Mako dig, but unfortunately they just kind of got stuck at each other, so they were unable to move. Serve is over from Proctor, dug up by Mako again. They're going to set up Staber. Staber with the kill! Lock attempt there by Walker and Rodberg was no good. As now Mako will check out in for hers. Emma Hermanson. Dragons lead 16-12, about midway through this third set. Back to serve is now Carly Jusak. It's up and it is over. Dug up by the rails libero. Hit across. Jusak with the dig. Rydberg sets. Tollefson looks for the kill into the net. And again, she's had that happen a couple times, but that'll come as she plays more and more and more. And I'm sure by the end of the season, we won't even see her do it once. I'm sure at the end of the season, that'll become a forgotten memory, a thing of the past, and we'll be talking about her being one of the better hitters for this Dragon team. And again, she's only a sophomore, so she's going to be with this team for 2 more years. I'm sure we'll be talking about her as one of the leaders of this team. And the rail's not going to get it across. Oh, they do. So that was only 3 hits. I thought it was 4. They must have blocked it. Staber looking for the kill. It's dug up by the rails again. Walker will be looking for... Oh, and the one... A rare mistake there by Walker. She hits it into the net. And the Dragons lead 17-13. Looks like Staber will go back to serve here for Pine City. 17-13 Dragons lead in the third set. Get an update for you from that Hinckley Finlayson Moore game over on 95.5 FM KBK. Meanwhile, the serve is up. It's over. Dug up by the rails. They'll hit it back across for Summer Thiemann. Thiemann with the dig, but hit across by Tollefson. Tollefson hit it into the net. Unfortunately, that'll be another point for Proctor. 17-14. Meanwhile, in that Hinckley Finlayson Moore volleyball game, Hinckley Finlayson up 24-14 in that second set. Hinckley Finlayson up 1-0. So back to serve for the rails is going to be number 6. Samantha Shelton. Serve is over. Dug up by Staber to Rydberg with the set. Thiemann with the hit across. Dug up by the rails. They'll push it across. And Hermanson. Great job being aggressive at the net to tap that one back across to get the point for Pine City. 18-14. Dragons lead. Tollefson will check out. Hannah Bombard checks in. Summer Thiemann will check out in for hers. Abby Agard. Bombard will go back to serve. The libero. Mako is back in. Serve is over. Dug up by the rails. They'll hit it across. Blocked at the net. Rails will keep it alive on the dig. That one gets to Bombard with the dig. Rydberg. Staber, a little too much on that one as it is. I mean, it seemed like every other point went to the other team. Second set was a little bit more momentum on Proctor's side. Now this set kind of feels Pine City's way, and as soon as I say that, unfortunately, Pine City has that one get down on their side. Mako tried the diving attempt at it, but just out of her reach. And it's down. Proctor with the ball still. They'll serve it again. And that is the freshman, Reagan Rodberg, to serve. It's up, it's over. Staber with the dig. To Rydberg. It's Hermanson and Agard who both go after it. Agard ran into the back of Hermanson. Formed back. It's still an 18-17 lead here for Pine City on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics custom light force braces or Invisalign clear liners with 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. Their doctors are also committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. And because they will leave you with a smile you will embrace forever. Find out more at embracemn.com. That's EMBRACEMN.com. 18-17 here as this timeout comes from Pine City. Pine City still leads here in this third set, but they would like to take a little bit more control of this one. They had the control, and then Proctor kind of stormed back due to a couple mistakes by Pine City. We're not going to say they were just egregious mistakes by any means, but they were mistakes nonetheless, and I'm sure Coach Tollefson is being nothing but positive with them because they have played well here in this one. Just a couple mistakes here and there. But again, that's all it takes. And there you go. There's one of them. A long serve by Proctor gives a point back to Pine City, who now leads 19-17. And that could really turn things around too. So, a lot of back and forth here in this one. These two teams pretty even. Hermanson wastes no time. She's going to get up and get the serve over. It is over. Rails will hit it across, and that is just past Hermanson. Hermanson can't dive in time for it. So she'll check out. In for her is Morgan Mako. Mako will head to the opposite side of the court. 19-18 is the score and lead for Pine City. Back to serve is the libero here for Proctor, Taylor Peterson. Peterson had a word with one of the referees. And the serve is over, and that is out. That's long. Serve is long, and another point here for Pine City. 20-18, the Dragons with the lead. Ursa Rydberg will go back to serve. Serve is up, it is over. Dug up by the rails. They might be trying to set up Walker. They do. Blocked at the net, and Agard. It was blocked at the net by Agard and Jusak, and Agard got the dig, but just couldn't get it back into play to where her teammates could get it back across the net. So it's 20-19. And back to serve for the Rails is Lillian Hart. Serve is up and over. Bombard with the dig to Rydberg. Agard looking for the kill. That's going to, it was going to go long, but the Proctor Rails, that was one where you should have left it go long, but it's almost where your body just can't not do it. And that's a tough one. We're not going to blame Hart on that one. That's one where it's so tempting that your body just kind of forces you to go after it. It's one you know you should let go, but your body just kind of like says, well, you're already going, so you're going to go full ways. Bombard checks out in for her Tollefson. Agard with the serve. It's over. And that gets down, an ace for Agard. 22-19, excuse me. 22-19. Pine City looking to close out this third set. Move on to the fourth and try and grab a match victory. Agard with the serve. Dug up by the libero. That's going to get down, but over. Rydberg with the dig to Staber. Tollefson. Going to get a double hit call on Pine City. Double hit call. Meanwhile, Agard will check out. In for her is going to be Thiemann. So 22-20. Back and forth we go. And it seems like Pine City has the momentum, but you just can't pull away with it. And that one is up and over, dug up by Mako into the net. Rydberg gets it, and Thiemann will hit it back across off the Knudsen serve. They will get it to Walker. Diving dig there from, that's Rydberg. Back across to the rails, and now Walker looks for the kill. Jusak there for the block, but it gets down on the side of the Dragons. So it'll be 22-21. Dragons still with the 1-point lead here in the third set. This one almost has the look of going into extra points. I don't know if that's the actual term, but that's what I'm going to use, because anything after 25 is extra. Tollefson with the dig off the serve to Rydberg. Tollefson looks for the kill. That's going to be long. And we're now tied at 22 apiece. Give credit to the Rails. They have battled back hard here in this one. The Dragons have just had a couple of mistakes that have kind of, I won't say let the Rails back, but have given the Rails an opportunity to come back. Tollefson with the dig to Rydberg to Staber. Staber off the net. It is dug up by the Rails. They got two Rails to go after it. They fall over each other, but the Rails will get it back on the side of the Dragons. It's dug up by Thiemann to Rydberg. Carly Jusak looks for the kill. It's over. It's dug up by the Rails. They'll set up Walker again, and Walker gets it off the block of Jusak. And now the Rails, all of a sudden, after not leading for what felt like 12, 15 points, now all of a sudden lead 23-22. What a set this one has been. It seems like the Dragons may be a little down on themselves right now. They need a little bit of a boost or just a word of encouragement from their coaches. And one of the girls who is so hard on herself just because she is that competitive is Carly Jusak. And it's not that she gets down on herself because I'm saying, oh, she gets down on herself too. No, it's not that. It's because she expects so much from herself, as does this entire Dragons team. But we've seen it in basketball with Carly Jusak that on an off night, she just gets so, I don't want to say in her head, because she, again, is a very talented athlete, and you can't get really in your head when you play as well as she does, but she gets so down on herself sometimes that I think she forgets to realize, hey, there's still plenty of chances here. And sometimes when it gets like that, just a word of encouragement from your coaches is all you need. And I think that's all the Dragons need right now. There's coaches to come out and say, hey, we're fine. We're down by 1. There's still plenty of points left to go here in this third set. They won the first set in similar fashion. They came back, scored like 4 straight points to get it into extra points, and they wound up winning the set. Staber will look for the kill. And, oh no, Ryberg could have let that one go. That would have been down, and it would have been point Pine City. But, again, that one's where it's like, oh, your body's already going in a block there. Pine City, Staber and Jusak combine for the block and tie it up at 23. So for Jusak, that's got to feel good. Got to give her a little bit more confidence. Going back to serve now. Jusak's serve is up, and it is over. They'll set up Walker, who will just tap it across. Jusak right there waiting for it, though. Hermanson to Tollefson, who will just tap it across. Stuck up by the rails. They'll set up Walker again, and that one down in front of Jusak. Make it 24-23 in favor of the rails. Back to serve is Ella Walker. If they get this point, set is over, and the rails take the set, but it's not to be. That serve goes into the net, and Pine City stays alive here in set number 3, 24-all. So we're headed for extra points. Again, you have to win by 2 points at that 25 mark. So neither team is going to get to 25 and win by 2, so we're into extra points. Again, that's what I call it. It's probably not the right term, but that's what I call it. Staber with the serve across, dug up by the rails. That one's dug up nicely by Thiemann. Sets up Tollefson, and Ryberg taps it across. Oh, it is in. I thought that one was close to the line, but it wasn't close enough as it gets down for a Pine City point. They now lead 25-24 and are 1 point away from a set victory here in the third to take a 2-1 set lead, or match lead, rather. Timeout called there by the Proctor Rails gives us time to mention the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, which shows the Dragons leading 25-24 on the third set. Embrace Orthodontics, your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace Orthodontics wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear liners. Find out more at embracemn.com. Pine City, it has been these last, I don't know, since the 22nd, 21st, maybe even 20th point for both these teams. It has been so fun. It's been so back and forth between the two. Much like that first set that went 27-25 in favor of Pine City. It's an exciting one. Here we are into extra points, 25-24. There's the whistle, and Staber will get set to serve. Staber with the serve, dug up by the rails. And just tapped across, dug up, though, by the Dragons. Staber hit back across by Ryberg, kept alive by the rails, and it's back over. Hermanson with the dig to Ryberg. It will set up Hermanson. Hermanson has it blocked. Ryberg had it at the net. 2 teams go after it, and the Dragons, they're going to say it's point Proctor. Hold up here. They're going to say it's point Proctor. I'm not sure of the call there. I really don't know what. That's going to tie us at 25, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what the call was there. I don't know what happened. I thought it was clean. I thought Dragons had won the set, but no. We'll have to battle back here. Hermanson looks for the kill on that one. Can't get it, at least on that one. Hit back across by the rails. And Hermanson that time, no, it's kept alive by the rails. And it will be, and now this one will be the Dragons' point. They're going to call a lift hit on the rails that time. Wow, great. These last 2 points have been crazy. So Pine City does get a point back. They now lead 26-25 here in the third set, and they'll look to finish off set number 3 with the set victory. And now we're going to change it up again? Rydberg, I'm assuming one of the team captains here for Pine City, going to the head ref on the ladder. And Rydberg's going to come back and tell the coach why it's not Pine City point. So the scoreboard reads 26-all. Is it a case of the wrong person back to serve? Is that what I heard? Is that why? Coach Tollefson kind of wondering, hey, what's going on? Oh, it looks like we did. Pine City did have the wrong person back serving. Yeah, I think it wasn't supposed to be Hermanson. So it looks like we will... So we'll be tied at 26, I guess, with Proctor serving. Serve is over. Man, this set has been wild. Agar looking for the kill now. Oh, that's just long. Oh, we got two different refs going two different ways here. We got the ref on the far side saying it's Proctor. We got the ref on the near side saying it's Pine City point. They're going to say it is Proctor point. Wow. This third set has been tough. Dug up by Bombard. Dragons got some work to do. Hermanson will push it across. And the Rails will win the set. Wow. That is probably not how that set should have been. Oh, man. That's not how that set should have gone. This should be Pine City's set about 3 points ago. And I know it's tough work being a ref. I know it's confusing. I know there's a lot of action to keep up with at once. I know that, and I'm not saying anything bad about the referees. I know I've got, talked to you before about saying stuff bad about the referees. I never talk bad about the referees, just their call. I'm not talking about them personally. I would never attack someone personally, especially for doing their job. That's not what I'm talking about whatsoever. But when it comes to the part of reffing, again, I know it's hard and I know it's tough. And I would not want to do it because I know of the backlash you could get. But at the same time, this should have probably been Pine City's set about 3 points ago. That's all I'll say about that. And not only that, we thank the refs for what they do, because if it weren't for them being here and taking time out of their schedules to call these games, well, we wouldn't have a game to play. So we appreciate the refs and all that they do, even though it might be frustrating sometime with what they call. And again, that happens game in, game out. You're never not going to get a game where somebody's not frustrated with a call or 3 or 12. Okay? It's not going to happen. But either way, Pine City has some work to do. Down 2-1 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, they'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. And if you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget. They also have a team at Embrace Orthodontics who believes that the results of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with a lifelong retention program. Find out more at embracemn.com. We'll take a breather after that crazy set. We'll take a word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to Volleyball.
Everyone knows there are great places to play in northwestern Wisconsin. But did you know there are great places to work? Burnett Dairy Cooperative is just outside of Grantsburg, Wisconsin, and offers numerous career options with a wide variety of responsibilities, schedules, and growth opportunities. Some positions may include CDL driver, cheese production, and seasonal workers. Burnett Dairy Cooperative has competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and many other great benefits. Be part of our herd. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on careers.
Are you looking for a position where your role impacts the community around you? Then look no further than Burnett Dairy Cooperative in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Owned by the farmers in your community, Burnett Dairy offers numerous career options with various responsibilities and growth opportunities. Positions such as CDL drivers, who work closely with our farmers, cheese production, creating award-winning cheeses, and retail store clerks making someone's day better. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on Careers to join our herd.
Well, it was a weird and wild third set. But the Rails come out on top and now lead 2-1 after taking that third set 28-26 again. Probably should have been the Dragons, but that's how the cookie crumbles, as Bruce would say, Bruce Almighty. I know that's not his last name in the movie, but that's what I like to call him. Old Jim Carrey. Enough about my movie references. Let's get back to this one. It feels like it there in that third set. Man, that was craziness. Pine City had momentum until late. Then it was Proctor. Then we went into that back and forth kind of. And went back and forth until Proctor did come out on top in extra points. Pine City will be back to serve first. It's Arissa Rydberg, and you can tell this Pine City team a little bit frustrated. Well, here we go. Here's a serve dug up by the Rails. Thiemann trot. Now we've got, again, two different things that are being said. One ref is saying one thing, the other is saying the other. It's just, I can't imagine the frustration Pine City's feeling right now. That's like the third time in a row, no less, that has happened against them. Well, it's a 1-0 lead for the Proctor Rails here in the fourth set. Pine City, it's okay though. You still got this set, and then take it to the fifth and then really get it done. Rydberg with the dig off the net. Nice job, Thiemann. We'll get it back across. Rails will set it up for Walker. It is out. That is out. That time it is out. 1-1 now. Thiemann checks out. In for her is going to be Agard, and back to serve is Tollefson. Taylor Tollefson with the serve. It's over off the fingertips, and they can't keep it alive. Pine City gets the point there. 2-1 they lead here way early in set number 4. Tollefson back to serve again. Serve is over. Gets into the elbows of the Rail player there, and she manages to get it back over. Tollefson with the dig once again, set by Rydberg. Jusak looking for the kill. Staber with the dig off the block. Jusak will again push it over at the net. Nice dig there by Mako on the hit from Walker. And Agard looks for the kill off the net being the friend there, and it's down. Pine City point, 3-1. Pine City with the lead. Tollefson back to serve once again. It's up and it's over. Dug up by their libero Walker. Tollefson had it, but there was such spin on that ball that it went off of Tollefson's dig and absolutely it just almost spun in place to hit the court. In that third set, Hinckley-Finlayson leads 2-0, but Mora has a 19-11 lead in the third set. This serve dug up by Agard. Now Staber looking for the kill. Off the block, goes to Rydberg. Hit back across by Staber. And it's another point for Pine City. 4-2 they now lead here in set number 4. Again, a wild, crazy third set led to the Proctor Rails getting the set victory, now leading 2-1. But Pine City, I think they've got a little bit of frustration that they're going to be taken out here in set number 4. Rails will set it up. They'll just tap it across. Staber tried to hit it back across right away. I like the idea, but it just did not have enough on it to get back across the net. The Dragons still lead 4-3, but it is Proctor point as Ella Walker is back to serve. It's up and it is over. Dug up by Mako. To Rydberg. To Staber. Dug up by Walker. Hits the back of the backboard again on the basketball hoop. Back over to Tollefson with the dig to Rydberg, who sets it up for Agard. Off the block at the net, and it's down. Pine City, another .53 they lead. Fourth set, Pine City again. There's a little bit of frustration they're taking out right now. They feel like they had a few calls not go their way, which probably should have, but they moved on, and they are playing pretty darn well here in this fourth set. Oh, and Staber couldn't catch up to it. That's a long ways for her to travel. I mean, obviously that's going to be that must have been the play call where that's her ball to go get, but you'd like to see maybe one of her teammates help her out in that situation just because that was so long for her to go and get. But again, that's probably wrong because the way it looked, that was probably the play call for her to go and get that ball. Serve is over by Proctor. Now Hermanson, that's, hit, wait a minute. Okay, so now it's Pine City point. It's Pine City point. Interesting. That would look like it was out, but the whistle, it goes against Proctor that time. Again, once I learn more and more and more, every year I learn more and more about the sport, but once I learn more, I'll get better verse as to what I'm looking at when something is called. Tapped across, blocked at the net by Pine City. Tollefson keeps it alive, back across the net. Staber tried to push it across, and she's upset with herself on that one. She knew she had the kill had she pushed it over, but it goes into the net and unfortunately does not get over. Agar checks out Summer Thiemann in. 6-5, the Dragons lead. Back to serve for the Rails is going to be Reagan Rodberg. Her serve is over. Thiemann with the dig. Rydberg trying to keep it alive. She does. And Hermanson will push it back across. Nice job by the Dragons to catch up with it. Back across. Thiemann again to Rydberg. It'll set up for Tollefson. Oh, nearly got down. It's at the net. And Tollefson taps it back across. That one got to the net and she just went beep. Exactly the noise that it made too. Beep. 7-5. Dragons with the lead. Listen, folks, I got to entertain myself too. I got to have fun. Emma Hermanson with the serve across. Walker will push it across. Hermanson with the dig. To Thiemann. Rydberg will hit it. It's dug up by the Rails. And, a off the mark dig by Staber there. Knutson hits it back across. Staber again, a diving dig. Rydberg keeps it alive. And Jusak will hit it back across, dug up by Walker. Knutson to Thiemann. Thiemann with the dig. Rydberg sets Tollefson. Hit, and that one's out. I like the spot. I like the position she was in, but that's out. Hermanson checks out in for her. Is going to be the libero Morgan Mako. 7-6. Dragons with the lead here in set number 4. They trail 2-1. The Rails libero, Taylor Peterson with the serve across, dug up by the Pine City libero. And, that was touched. That was touched by Proctor. Proctor definitely tipped that one out. And it looks like we're going to get a new ball. Looks like that ball went behind the bleachers. So unless I seen it wrong, which is very possible, it's not the first time I would have seen something wrong. That one's out. Mako does a good job keeping an eye on that one, letting it go long and out. But it looked like Pine City got the hit across, and then they blocked it off of the Rails hit, and then the Rails had a finger or a hand on it as it went out of bounds. But again, the action sometimes gets so back and forth, you're not 100% sure of what you see. Staber, man, that one went well awry from what the Dragons were trying to set up, and unfortunately that is back to Proctor point, and we're tied at 8. But you don't give credit here to both of these teams. It has been so back and forth, and in a game like this, I'm sure it's so easy to kind of just lay down and be like, oh, well, it's not going our way. Well, that's not the case here. This has been back and forth, and both these teams continuing to put forth the effort. Tollefson with the hit back across by the Rails on the first hit. Staber will just push it across. Oh, a diving dig by the Rails. Staber back across again, and Staber says, okay, my turn now, and she gets a point. Staber was on a one-woman wrecking crew. That time she said, I need this. Let me get this, and she did. Staber wanted that one so bad. She was not going to let that ball go until she got the kill, and she does there. Tollefson with the serve, just over by the rails. To Mako. Staber looking to get across, blocked at the net, back over, dug up by Agard. Staber looking for the kill again. To the rails, they'll set up Walker. Walker, diving dig from Tollefson. Mako keeps it alive. Jusak back over. A double hit they're going to call here on Pine City. Man, oh man. Back and forth we continue to go. Alexa Knutson back to serve now for Proctor. Man, this has been exciting. A lot of action here in this one. Back and forth. Knutson with the serve. Dug up by Mako. To Rydberg. Agard over. Dug up by the rails. They'll set up Walker. Walker again. Right to Mako. She gets it back over on the dig. They'll set up. No, this time it's not going to be Walker. Off the block at the net. Dragons keep it alive. Tollefson will hit it back across. That's down for a kill from Tollefson. That's a long one to try and get for a kill, but Tollefson does a great job to get the kill there. What a hit from Taylor Tollefson. Wow. 10-9, the Dragons retake the lead. Carly Jusak back to serve. Dug up by the rails on the near side. They'll set it up for Walker. Blocked at the net. Staber keeps it alive. Oh, and Jusak couldn't get enough oomph on that one. It goes into the net, but she just couldn't get that arc on it that she needed. It goes into the net. It's going to be tied at 10. Man, back and forth in this one we go. It has been so fun. Again, we've had calls go both ways. Can't really complain. As Walker into the net. Gives a point back to Pine City. Pine City will now go back to serve. It's Sage Staber. Her serve is up and over. Dug up by Walker. And pushed across. It's Agard who pushes it back across. And gets another point there for Pine City. 12-10. Agard in this game, last year she seemed to be one of the athletes who, if she wasn't playing too well, she got down on herself. And it seemed like she gotten herself into a little bit of a funk. And this year she seems to be playing a lot looser, playing with a lot more fun, playing with a lot. I think she's in a better headspace this year. I think she feels better, and I think she's just got a better understanding of the game. Nice kill there from Emma Hermanson. Give Pine City a 13-10 lead, but yeah, Abby Agard. Agard, again, looks much improved from last year. And as an athlete, it can be really easy to get into your own head and get down on yourself. But this team for Pine City, man, have they showed a ton of fight and heart, not backing down. Mako with the dig. Rydberg, Agard, down again. Another kill for Abby Agard, 14-10. Pine City trails 2-1. They're trying to take over this third set. So Mora wins the third set. It's now 2-1 there in Hinckley-Finlayson High School. Hinckley-Finlayson up 2-1, but Mora won that third set. So that one could turn out interesting as well. Back and forth we go. Tollefson with the closest dig, and Agard into the net that time. 14-11. Pine City still with the lead in this fourth set. Back to serve for the rails is Shelton. That's Samantha Shelton. Her serve is up and it is over. Tollefson with the dig to Rydberg. Set. Agard looks for the kill. Nice job by Agard again. Another kill for Abby Agard. That makes it 15-11. Speaking of Agard, she'll go back to serve. It's up, and it's over. Dug up by the rails. They'll hit it across, tap it across. Staber taps her chest, says, hey, that's me, that's on me. Agard out, and for her is Thiemann. But again, this Dragon team does such a good job of picking each other up, not letting each other be down too much. As Reagan Rodberg back to serve, but yeah, they just do a great job of being a team. I know it seems, pretty easy to say, oh, well, it's used to be team. Well, yeah, but to be a team that can continually pick each other up, be there for each other, and I mean, just play like this Dragons team has and continually be there for each other is I don't think I can describe how much it means for a team to be that together. We get a new ball in as that one kind of disappeared. 15-13 after the most recent Rails point, and Thiemann just couldn't catch up with that one. It's an ace for the Rails and Reagan Rodberg. And all of a sudden it's 15-14. It's still in favor of Pine City, but they have lost that cushion. Serve is over. That time it's out. And I think maybe that's what happened on that last serve to Thiemann, is she thought it was going to go out and it didn't. It stayed in, so she had a late hit to it. Meanwhile, Mako will check out. In for his Jusak, and Hermanson back to serve. Her serve is high arcing serve. It's up and over. They'll set up Walker, and that's just down in front of Thiemann. I don't know if maybe a Dragon at the net got a hand on it or a finger on it. It sounded like they may have, but it does get down for a Proctor point. 16-15, the Dragons lead. It's Taylor Peterson back to serve now for the Rails. Serve is up, and it is long. Another point back here for Pine City. 17-15 is the Pine City lead. Robin Odegaard checks in for Sage Staber. Rydberg up and over with her serve. Diving dig there by the Rails. They keep it alive, and they'll hit it back across. Mako has to get low for that dig, but she does. Tollefson kept alive by the Rails. Into the scorer's table, and Pine City will get yet another point back to make it 18-15. I think. Yes, there we go. Just took a second for the scoreboard to change. Rydberg with her left-handed serve. It's up in her. Oh, diving after it out of the Rails, but they managed to keep it alive. Thiemann with the dig. Tollefson will tap it across. Rails there for the dig. Hit it back across. It's dug up by Thiemann, but we're going to get a double hit call on the Rails. And that'll make it 19-15. Pine City trying to take this fourth set. If we go to a fifth, man, that's going to be an exciting set. And that serve is managed to be dug up. To Thiemann now, who gets the dig. To Rydberg with the set. And Odegaard pushes it across. It's dug up by the Rails. To Walker. She'll get the kill. Jusak and Tollefson there for the block, but it'll go down on the Dragon side. It's going to be 19-16 now. In favor of Pine City. And back to serve is going to be Lillian Hart. Hart with the serve. It's over. Oh, and Thiemann, man, she had to get low for that one. And that just threw off the timing a little bit. 19-17. Pine City still with the lead. Fourth set. Pine City trails 2-1. Pine City can win this set. We'll be headed to a fifth. Nice dig by Thiemann. Tollefson with the kill. And Taylor Tollefson gets another one back there for Pine City, 20-17. Abby Agar checks in for Summer Thiemann. Tollefson will go back to serve now for Pine City, 20-17. Dragons with the lead. Tollefson, serve is up, it's over. Dug up by the Rails. And, at the net, Jusak got it. Hip. We're going to get a whistle on the Rails. And now they're going to have this may not be Pine City's. Nope. So we're going to redo it. No? You don't want... Now we're going to say it's Proctor's point. give credit to Coach Tollefson. Instead of going and trying to complain to the referees, she's just going right back to her team saying, hey, here, let's do this. We got to get this done. Hey, get ready, get set. Give her a lot of credit. She's done that all night long instead of just complaining about a call. That serve's going to be long, so Pine City gets the point anyways, 21-18. Yeah, again, I'm not sure what happened. It was something to where it was at the net, so then the ref came together, and they said, oh, okay, well, we're just going to redo it. And then they said, no, it's going to be rails. Jusak with the serve now. It's up and over, dug up by the rails. They'll set up Rodberg. Sticks on the top of the net. I see he does get it across. They'll set up Walker, and that's just in front of the diving Tollefson. Walker, she gets something set up like that. She's tough to stop. She'll go back to serve. (21-19), Dragons lead. His serve is over, dug up by Mako. Rydberg, Odegaard, pushed up by the rails. They'll look to get it across. They do. Oh, it's down in play. That one was close, but it is in play, 21-20. Dragons still lead. Walker with the serve for the rails. It's up, it's over, dug up by Tollefson. Rydberg. Hermanson will hit it back across. Rails. Back over, Mako, nice dig. Rails have it again, but this is what you want to avoid right there, but Walker not able to get a swing on it. And now they'll set up Agard, who's been great this set. Fortunately, it's dug up by the rails. They'll push it back across. Tollefson, dig, Rydberg. This will set up Hermanson. Hermanson nearly gets the kill. Back across by Hermanson off the dig. And at the net, still Proctor. This is over. Agard with the dig. Hermanson pushes it across. It's at the net. Nice job by Agard, being aware of where that one went. Rydberg gets down! I think the rails thought they got underneath that one, but it didn't look like it. That's Pine City point, 22-20. Rails are upset. They're pretty adamant that they got under that one, and I mean, there's little disputing that sometimes because I mean, if they're that adamant about it, well, then they probably did. 22-20 here in the fourth set. Pine City leads. And they trailed 2-1. If they win this one, we're on to a fifth on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, thanks for being the scoreboard sponsor here. 22-20. Been a great fourth set. These two teams going at it. Both had great seasons last year. Looking to have two more great seasons, are both of them. Pine City out of the timeout, back to the court. And it's been tough for both of these teams. We've had, again, calls go both ways for each other team. So you can't say that the calls haven't gone both ways, because they certainly have. And again, a great job by the referees, too, by coming together, talking about it. And just making sure they get the correct call. I love when they're able to do that, and we're able to get that correct call. Walker into the net. Pine City leads 23-20. That's probably the best defense against Walker, is just letting the net do its thing and be there in the way. Robin Odegaard back to serve for Pine City. 23-20, excuse me. Pushed across. Tollefson with the dig. Oh, that's well off the mark. Tollefson. Hands on her face. She just upset at herself for that one. Getting a word from her head coach. But she's able to smile through it and be able to say, all right, I'll do it better next time around. And that's the thing. Much like in almost all sports, you got to move on. That next play mentality, you can't dwell on something, otherwise you'll wind up hurting your team. Diving dig from Morgan Mako. Pine City will get back set up. Wow, what a dig. They took something off that one, did the rails. Blocked at the net by Rydberg. And it's 24-21. Rydberg with the block at the net. Agard back to serve. Dragons lead. So it's a best of 5. We're going to the 5th set. Whoever wins will win the match. And again, it's only to 15 in the 5th set. So it's not to 25 in the 5th. It's to 15. So after that, great action here in the first 4. We'll be set for a 5th here in Pine City. You're listening to Volleyball on 106.5.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Hey, you looking for a reliable propane supplier? Look no further than Burnett Dairy Propane. Proud to serve you, providing top-notch propane services all year round, offering convenient delivery options and flexible payment plans that suit your schedule and budget. Trust Dairy Propane. Call them today at 715-689-1032 or visit them online at burnettdairy.com.
Did you know that Franzen Bank and Trust is a Minnesota-owned company? And they're one of the largest community banks around. That's a great combination. As a community bank, they're dedicated to their customers and the communities they serve. Real results. Member FDIC.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community.
Rails trying to defend their home court. They won the first set 27-25, but then the second set was the Rails 25-22. The third set was also the Rails 28-26. A little bit of controversy in that one. But then the fourth set was Pine City's 25-21. And now we're in the 5th and final set. Again, it's only to 15 in the final set, in the 5th and final set. You no longer go to 25. It's only to 15 here in set number 5. Both teams get set. It'll be the Rails set to serve. Lillian Hart with the serve. It's up, it's over. Morgan Mako with the dig to Rydberg. And that'll set up Agard with the kill. The Dragons strike first. Agard back to serve for Pine City now. Serve is over. Dug up by the Rails. They'll hit it across with Walker. Rydberg gets the dig. Tollefson tried to get it over and hit it with the palm of her hand. And it was going straight towards the net. Jusak tried to lift it over, but that was 4 hits, unfortunately. So we're tied at 1. Serve is over. Dug up by Tollefson to Rydberg. To Stabert. They're setting up Walker. And that is in there for the kill from Walker. That makes it 2-1 in favor of the Rails. And again, they're probably going to try and continue to set up Walker for the kills. If they get her set up like that, I mean, it's almost just too much for anybody to catch up to. Diving dig there from Tollefson. Another diving set from Rydberg. It's pushed over by Mako. And they'll set up Walker. Blocked at the net by Jusak. It's back over. Jusak with the kill, but it's long. Oh, my. Jusak had the block at the net. And then it was tipped back over by Walker, and Jusak was ready just to annihilate that ball. But it just went long. And Jusak's got to be upset with herself on that one. But, hey, no harm, no foul as that one gets served into the net. Pine City gets one back. They trail 3-2 here in the 5th set. Carly Jusak back to serve for Pine City. Looks like we may have something wet on the court, maybe some sweat out there that we're going to wipe up. So Thiemann will get it wiped up, and we'll be back to action. Carly Jusak to serve. It's up, it's over. Two Rails go after it on the dig. It's over. Jusak on the dig for Pine City. Agard Hermanson blocked at the net. Tollefson. And, oh, that's 2 hits. But it's out anyway, so Pine City will get it back. Bias showed a little bit there, I apologize. But that Rail player had 2 hits on the ball. But I think it's because she got the block, she's allowed another hit. So that's why. Sometimes my brain doesn't work in time with what I would like to think. Nice job. They keep it alive. Oh, and it just goes out. Wow. Great effort there by Pine City. But that one just goes long. Jusak will take a breather. In for her is Morgan Mako. Whoo-wee. And if this 5th set is anything like the first 4, we're in for a wild one. We're going to get a super late substitution by Proctor. It's going to be Autumn Wright coming in for Alexa Knutson. And Knutson may be hurt. I hope not. Golly, I hope not. You never want to see anybody hurt. That's for sure. They'll also have now their libero come in. So instead, the libero is in for Knutson. And they're going to have her redo it. She didn't get the whistle to go over yet, so they're going to have her reserve. Proctor leads 4-3. That one, hits the net, but does get over. Oh, and then Thiemann hits it right into the net. That's a tough one. 5-3. Thiemann looks to Coach Tollefson. Tollefson will give her the words of encouragement and how to just do it different the next time so that she can get it over. Thiemann gets the dig, and Staber into the net. And these are the mistakes that kind of happened in set number 2, which led to the Proctor Rails getting the victory in set number 2. Those are it was kind of the mental mistakes that Pine City had that led to the Rails getting the victory, in set number 2. And I think this is another spot where if you're Coach Tollefson, I don't think the team needs, anything more than just encouragement. Just tell them, hey, we're only down by 3. We've still got plenty more points to get to 15. Don't worry about it. Just continue to play your game. Just continue to do Dragon volleyball. And we'll eventually get back. We'll get those 3 points back. We'll get the lead. We'll come out of here with the win. But again, in volleyball, much like many other sports, it's point by point. You can't get all 3 back at once. That's only in basketball and football can you get 3 points at once. But I suppose in baseball too, yeah, if you get a home run. But either way, Pine City will dig the serve. Staber will hit it across. Rails have it. This will be a tough get over, but they do. Thiemann with the dig to Rydberg. Hermanson looks for the kill. 2 Rails go after it. That's getting into the bleachers. Pine City gets a point back. 6-4 they trail. Man, 5 sets. It has been so much fun between these 2 teams. Saber checks out in for hers. Robin Odegaard. Odegaard will go back to serve now again. She has that line drive serve that just comes in. And it's all, I think if you're out there, it's hard to see it because it barely scrapes over the net and comes in so quickly. That one does there again, but the Rails are able to get it over. Tollefson with the dig. Rydberg sets it up for Hermanson. Hermanson looks for the kill. Rails do catch up under it. Back over. Diving dig from Odegaard. Excuse me, not Odegaard. Yes, Odegaard. Point for Pine City. I apologize. I second-guessed myself. I just got to stop doing that. 6-5, Pine City back within one. Looks like we may have something wet out there on the Proctor side. And I'm not surprised if it would be sweat because these two teams have been working their tails off here this evening, giving everything and more that they've got for their teams. And I mean, you can tell that's why we're in a fifth set. Both of these teams not willing to give an inch. Robin Odegaard back to serve. Serve is over, down for an ace. Odegaard ties the set at 6 apiece with the ace there from Robin Odegaard. And Odegaard again, that serve, it comes over so quickly. It's hard to stop. There it is again, but this time it has a little bit more height to it. And that stayed on the side of Proctor, but it gets down. They got the block, they got the hit, and then the dig back over went straight. It didn't go over the net, it went straight over on their side. Pine City leads 7-6. 4 straight points here for them. Robin Odegaard back serving. It's up, and it is over. Dug up into the net, and that's another ace for Odegaard. Pine City with an 8-6 lead. Again, we only go to 15 and win by 2 here in this fifth set. Odegaard with the serve. It's up, it's over. And that one's going to go right off the dig into the bleachers. 9-6 is the Dragon lead. Fifth set. Dragons now lead. Robin Odegaard doing work back there. 3-1. Meanwhile, Hinkley Finlayson gets the victory over Mora. Here in ours. And it's another ace for Robin Odegaard. Looks like we're going to get a timeout here by Proctor. Robin Odegaard is on a streak right now. Wow. Robin Odegaard has saved the best for last here for Pine City. And Odegaard has come out in these last, 6 points. And almost all 6 of them have come by way of her ace. She has just been doing incredible. These last few serves, 10-6. They've got a lot of momentum. A lot of times this is why the timeouts are used, is to cut that momentum, cut into it, and stop it right where it's at. But for Pine City, home court, you got the home fans here, you've got the student section into it. Let's see if they can get it. Odegaard back to serve. There's the whistle for the OK. Odegaard serve, got a little bit too much on that one. And that's why the timeouts are so strategic in a lot of sports, but especially in volleyball when you've got momentum like that, especially on a young lady who's acing almost every serve. You've got to stop it, and it did there, at least for that one. Proctor has it back. Low dig there for Mako, but she manages to get it Tollefson into the net. That is what you can't have, or don't want, I should say, if you're Pine City. It's not that you can't have it. You've got there's plenty of points left to go. That you've got momentum, but serve is over. Odegaard with the dig to Rydberg. Thiemann will push it back across. Excuse me, dug up by the rails. Over again for Pine City, dug up by Mako. Rydberg, Hermanson. I think we're going to get a whistle here on Proctor, and Pine City gets the point 11-8. Agard checks in for Thiemann. Agard, Hermanson, Rydberg, Odegaard, Mako, and Tollefson in the game for Pine City. Serve is over by Tollefson. It's blocked at the net by the Dragons. Rydberg will set it up for Agard. Agard hits it across. Rails will set it up. They look for the kill. Blocked at the net, and Pine City gets another point, 12-8. 12-8, Dragons lead here over Proctor. Tollefson back to serve again for Pine City. Serve is over. Dug up by the rails. It's pushed across now for Tollefson. Tollefson, it's it to Hermanson, and it is just long. So the point will go back to Proctor. 12-9. Still in this fifth set. Back to serve is Reagan Rodberg. There we go. The serve is out. 13-9. Ball goes back behind the bleachers. And we got it. Mako out. In for her is Jusak. And now we'll get a timeout here. I believe by Proctor. 13-9 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics custom light force braces or Invisalign clear liners with 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. Their doctors are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. And they will leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Find out more at embracemn.com. EMBRACEMN.com. Fifth and final set. Dragons do lead 13-9 right now on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Timeout called there by Proctor. It has been a fun match up to this point. Pine City won the first set. Then the next 2 were won by Proctor. That fourth set was won by Pine City. And now the fifth set. Here we are. Pine City leads 13-9. Pine City trying to come away with another victory here at home. Both teams back out onto the court. Hermanson will be back to serve for Pine City. There's the whistle. Serve is over. It's dug up by the rails. And Walker. That is out. It's long. And Pine City has match point. 14-9. Hermanson looking for the final serve. It's up, it's over. And Pine City is going to get the win. I don't know if they called a double hit or what, but that's not the way you want to see a game end, especially when it's in the fifth set like that. You'd like to see it go longer, but either way, Pine City does get the victory 15-9. We'll take a commercial break. Here, word from our fine sponsors, then we'll come back and recap this game and let you know what's coming up for us during this week. You're listening to Volleyball
Everyone
on
knows there are
WCMP.
great places to play in northwestern Wisconsin. But did you know there are great places to work? Burnett Dairy Cooperative is just outside of Grantsburg, Wisconsin, and offers numerous career options with a wide variety of responsibilities, schedules, and growth opportunities. Some positions may include CDL driver, cheese production, and seasonal workers. Burnett Dairy Cooperative has competitive wages, 401k, profit sharing, and many other great benefits. Be part of our herd. Visit burnettdairy.com and click on careers.
Wellia Health is here to keep you feeling your best so you can enjoy all the things you love best. You can count on us for your eye exams, mental health services, rehabilitation, wellness exams, urgent care, and much more. At Wellia Health, our goal is to help you live life well. Let Wellia Health help you get back to your best. Give us a call today to set up an appointment. 320-679-1313. WelliaHealth.org.
Are you looking for a position where your role impacts the community around you? Then look no further than Burnett Dairy Cooperative in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Owned by the farmers in your community, Burnett Dairy offers numerous career options with various responsibilities and growth opportunities. Positions such as CDL drivers, who work closely with our farmers, cheese production, creating award-winning cheeses, and retail store clerks making someone's day better. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on careers to join our herd.
Back here on WCMP 106.5 FM AM 1350, the Dragons get the victory over the Proctor Rails 3-2 and 15-9 here in the third and final set. And what a match it was between these two teams. It was so fun to watch both of these teams go at it. It was really even throughout the entire match between these two teams, but Pine City does come out on top in this fifth set, 15-9. This Pine City team A great start to the season. They've had 2 matches now. Their 2 dual matches have gone into 5 sets, Malacca and Proctor. But this Proctor team, man, they are a tough one, and I wouldn't be surprised if we see them again in the playoffs, whether it's against Pine City or against one of our other local teams. I'm pretty sure we'll see them yet again. Pine City again victorious here in 5 sets, 3-2, as we take a look at the schedule for Pine City coming up for them. And maybe. We'll see. We'll see if the computer wants to load. Sometimes technology is so fun to work with. But Pine City, again, a great game here for them. And one thing that I've seen is that they never gave up. They never got too down on themselves. They never got too high. They always stayed in the game. They always focused on what was in front of them and made sure to not get, again, too down or too one way with their emotions. They did a great job. For them coming up on Thursday, that'll be their final game of the week. That'll be up at East Central. You can bet we will be up at that one again. So Pine City will wrap up the week at East Central on Thursday for volleyball-wise. But coming up for our broadcast, again, we won't broadcast again till Thursday when East Central hosts Pine City right here on 106.5 FM. Then over on 100.9 FM, Hinckley Finlayson will host Rush City. We'll be calling that game as well. Then on Friday, of course, it's more football. Pine City will host Pequot Lakes here on Friday, right on this very station, 106.5 FM, AM 1350. And then Mora will host 2 Harbors over on 95.5 FM KBEK. That'll be the first game on their brand new home turf field. And we will be out there covering that one. So that one should be exciting and a fun one there for the Mora Mustangs as they host 2 Harbors. So the final here again in this one, 3-2. Pine City gets the victory over the Proctor Rails. I want to thank all of you who tuned in here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. It is greatly appreciated. And again, if you guys don't tune in, I don't have a reason to come out here and broadcast. So thanks so much for tuning in here this evening. It means a lot and gives me a job to do. Also, I want to thank all of our fine sponsors who sponsor this and every other broadcast that we do. Greatly appreciate all of our sponsors and all the things that they sponsor us for, games, live broadcasts, whatever they do. We thank them so much for sponsoring this and every other broadcast that we do. So if you've heard their ad here tonight, make sure to go on into their business and just say, hey, thanks for broadcasting the game the other night for whatever team you listen to or whatever team you watch. Just say, hey, thanks for sponsoring that broadcast. We appreciate it, so that they know that they are appreciated. It's something coming from us, but to hear it from you, the viewer, the listener, is something much different. I think it makes more of an impact too sometimes when they hear it coming from a viewer. So I think if you tell them, it means. And maybe not that much more. No, it means so much more coming from the viewer because they know then, hey, these people are viewing it and hearing our ads. So that is a huge shout out to them. Again, here in this one, Pine City 3 over the Proctor Rails 2. Well, thank you all for tuning in. Thanks to all of our fine sponsors. Remember to be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through. And your kindness could truly make their day. It's as simple as a smile. Could be just a compliment on, your shirt. Hey, I like your shirt. Or your shirt looks cool. Or I love that shirt. It's simple as that. Or just smiling at someone and nodding. Simple as that. So remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what, the storm someone is facing on the inside. And your kindness truly goes a long way. One more time, Pine City over the Proctor Rails in 5 sets, 3-2. Don't forget to stay tuned to our morning shows for your local sports updates on 95.5 FM with Rockin' Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30. Then over on 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. We'll talk about our local sports, recaps the games that have went on, as well as some regional sports as well. So again, Pine City beats Proctor Rails 3-2 here in Pine City. For WCMP, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman. Thanks so much for tuning in, and have a great rest of your night.